sprinted through the maze and ripped down one of our walls.
Oops.
Yeah. They
But
sprinted
also,
through
like,
because they're fucking terrified.
mission success.
Yeah, task failed successfully.
Pretty much, yeah. Alright, and we're back with the target player, the Kitus campaign, where we're doing some fuck shit and probably gonna get wrecked. Who knows? No, I believe in you guys. You guys will be fine. You guys made very powerful allies, which is good for you. Because they could have gone downhill if your ally was like Broil or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like he's really good at being decoration. He's like a cheerleader, like a mascot.
It's a bad one. It just pisses Beak off.
Cool. So who wants to do that funky, fresh theme about me with the name? Recap. Jesus Christ, why is it so hard for me to remember? Every fucking
a lot
week,
of
man.
were used. So,
dude, yeah. No, that's why I'm like, it was.
I'm fine without it for now. Momo is kind of a background character that's used for perception. So, if anybody needs it, someone else take it.
Damn. It was very quick, back in combat, and just immediately was like, all right, what do you do? And he was like, I'm gonna grab the bird statue. And we did that. And people were getting turned into stone. Splash got turned into stone, fell to the ground. Momo was back on the ground. Then suddenly everybody got raised up in the air because some of the stone guardians were like, you know what? We liked you guys being up there, so we're gonna hold you up there instead. So that's what happened there. People getting zapped, metal guardians being all sparky and shit. Albatross passes their con save, or their petrify save, and casts a spooky portal. And even before that, we had people it was getting dire. Fucking Dane was almost dead. Cetrion was almost dead.
I did die a couple times.
Yeah, this was before. This was when things were still bad, but better. So it took a lot of finagling. Vig managed to get up to the ceiling, which kept him out of range of the statues. Was kind of perched up, ready to grab anybody that he needed to. People started going through the portals. It took a lot of extra time to get the last two people out, which was Cetrion and Dane. We got desperate. Albatross threw an acorn and spawned Satan.
Yay! He's not that.
You're right. Spawned Rack, right? Rack Tilkash? Literally Overlord?
Yes.
Literally the guy. Not a Rack Tilkash. The Rack Tilkash.
Yes, that's a name. Not a title.
That's a name, not a classification.
He's a named entity.
Yeah. So the good news is the statues immediately attacked him, which identified themselves as combatants, and Rack was like, you know what? I'm gonna kill you guys first. But had so many attacks that he decided to also impale Cetrion at least once. Which was successful when you have like a plus 16 to hit. So Cetrion gets impaled, Cetrion gets knocked down multiple times. Eventually we're able to kind of very, very, very kind of desperately manage to get some mass healings out to get the two on the ground up. After one of them had, I think, 2 failed death saves. Finally got through the portal, and we were like, we don't want to be anywhere near this fucking demon guy. And as such, we left. And there wasn't much talking. There was just collapsing from exhaustion.
And Splash being really sad.
Yeah, and then Splash being like, "I'm gonna go sleep somewhere else," and Cetrion's like, "Sure you will."
See you in the morning.
Yep. And yeah, V perched up at the hallway that leads back to the hole. And yeah, this is pretty much it. It was mostly resolving the combat and then recovering after that.
Yeah. Once you guys made it out, I believe Albatross had taken it upon themselves to help heal Dane, who was pretty much next to dead. If it wasn't for you guys. Who is Dane is currently thumbing through all of his strategies here to ensure success. Because at the sudden realization from the group, this has shortened the length amount of time that you guys have to prepare for Moldor's return. Momo and V, you guys have taken up your long resting area over by it's the hall, I believe, to the training
Yes.
where the
Yeah,
giant
Momo
hole is.
a little closer to the where the door itself is because there's 2 entrances put in there. He's kind of like that in between spot between the door and the Cetrion shaped hole.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, there's like a perfect Momo amount of space along that wall that is still remaining.
Just because hopefully, with blind sight and Momo's fucking bad ears, he'd be able to detect anything going to or from
Yeah.
the danger zone.
And I believe Cetrion, you can correct me if I'm wrong. You and Splash were off just straight headed back to your guys' quarters to sleep after
Yeah.
what you guys experienced.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that will be where we start our session here. As you guys are entering into your long rest. Do you guys want a fun fact about Talkesh?
What's up?
So Rak Talkesh was one of the overlords who ruled over
Yeah.
all of Eberron during the Age of Demons. The whole thing.
Very, very minor demon. Very minor.
Very much.
Not significant at all.
And when he does take that demon form where he has, dragon wings and demonic blades
Everything.
for a spine, he stands 15 feet tall to his shoulder. That's unnecessary. Yeah, so we will start there. Starting, this will probably be mostly just a oh my god, why did I do that? I'm so sorry if that was super loud. Just knocked the shit out of the microphone. Mostly just a talking session. I don't think that there's really any visual aids necessary. I can throw you guys up the image of what Kitus looks like for those who don't know. That's not hard to do. But I think we're gonna be starting off with, again, most of this will be a roleplay night for you guys, so you guys can do pretty much whatever you like. But starting off, Momo and Vig.
Hello.
You guys are sitting in the hall. Momo against the door, the wall there, where the door frame. So you guys would be listening for what seems like an eternity of shifting of stones and boulders being crushed and crunched and thrown around, and I mean, it really is only for a matter of minutes, not long really at all. Maybe the occasional, like, laser beam lights and shocks of lightning and fire, but it wouldn't take long
Fucking wild
before
magic bullshit.
well, yes and no. The lightning and fire is actually most of the guardians. Um, you guys did not experience too much of that, because no one was bold enough to uh punch any of the dudes who was basically a lightning rod, for good reason, obviously. um, then, but after, massive amounts of carnage, and probably the castle was horribly shaking the entire time you guys were there, there'd be a good brief period of silence, full silence, which arguably may be unsettling to some who are actively waiting for any kind of danger to be possibly afoot. If anything, Momo's ears pricked up at the fact that there wasn't anything going on. It would probably be about the time that Momo's probably going to be drifting to sleep here, since Vig does not sleep. Oh, look at that! They added an initiative to D&D Beyond Maps. That's fun.
Shit.
I forgot I put in a poorly edited version of what Kitus looks like. That's hilarious. It's far less scary, in case any of you are in here and want to look at it. Oh, you guys are all okay.
Immediate.
Yeah, it's far less scary than what you were dealing with.
This is almost peaceful.
Well, it's what it once was.
The smell of burning civilization.
God, see, I
Yep.
think most of that map scribbled out is crazy.
Yeah. So much so that this is now what you're left with.
Oh God.
Which
Load
again,
please.
arguably just as scary, truthfully, to some people. Because it's not much.
Yeah.
Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Oh. So Momo, as you're drifting to sleep here, I'm just gonna tell you right now, you would definitely hear it pretty swiftly, because you are technically not fully asleep yet. And it's not very quiet. But you would hear the sound of wings flapping before there is a pause, because you can hear it approaching. And as you're pretty much expecting something to arrive from the hole, you don't inherently see or hear anything at first. This is the longest minute of your life, pretty much, because
quiet, wide-eyed, and like waving to Vig, like.
Vig using the Skype call.
Vig
Hello, is the thing on?
Moment he taps into Momo's head, there's just a stream of oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. That's wings. That's wings. Only one thing there had wings.
Just that's all you hear. Just
That's apt. So again, it's just like probably the longest moment ever, as you both at this point are awaiting for whomstever to approach. However, you hear Momo would hear only the faintest of footsteps as a tall shadowed figure enters the doorway, which would be to your if you're facing the door, Momo, to your right. Obviously, if your back is against the wall and you're looking at Vig, to your left.
Well, he was facing away for a moment till he heard
Yeah,
noise.
right. I'm assuming your back was against the wall before you heard
Yeah.
noises. So
Sorry, before the noises settled and he was more awake because of that.
right. So it does seem like the appearance of a tall elven man enters the hall, and he's fixing his robes. Um, and I mean, because of this dark light here, for a second, for those of you, I mean, do you both have dark vision? I believe so, right?
Yeah,
I don't.
I do.
I have blind sight. I don't have dark vision.
Really? Well, then you would be
Yeah.
able to.
Which is weird. As a little mouse, you'd think they usually can see well in the dark, but no.
Right. I mean, you'd be able to sense his presence, and it's. I will say it's probably like dim light, so it's not like you can't see him at all. You'd see his figure, and you would be able to assess just roughly by the shape. You would have thought, yeah, that's a bipedal individual, very normal. Um, but he doesn't address
Almost
either of you.
not thinking this. No. Panicking still. Because something came out of the hole, which means it either came past that thing that was down there, or something else is going on.
We're
fucked. I think at first glance, you almost could have mistaken him for Alar. As he's
not
tall,
enough.
slender, definitely not Fey enough, unfortunately. Not the same level of Fey. But you know, he's got very long, kind of bright, blondish white hair, almost like silk, and it drapes over his shoulders and it hangs very low, and he's got very fancy robes on, and as he's fixing them, he doesn't directly look at either of you. Right? Essentially. And it isn't until, and while you both are probably, you know, hearts beating in ears situation, you hear him address you both telepathically. Oh, your friends down there are all dead. I hope you didn't need them for anything. He begins, you know, continuously tying off his robe here, and he takes one step into the hall. But only the one step before he glances over at Vig and then turns his attention to the right and looks down at Momo, but doesn't say or do anything, just looks. And he goes, he like, again, he's just kind of assessing how your both demeanor is toward him before. I will inform you, though, if you are not aware, that there seems to be an overwhelming amount of wild magic rampant in that room. I wonder how it got there.
You know, we've been trying to figure out the same thing. Well, I mean, we have a rough idea, but Mike, first things first.
Also, those weren't our friends. Definitely not
That
our
is
friends.
correct. Yes. First things first. Vig's name is Vig. I'm still trying to figure out if it is a pleasure to meet you. You came from that area. There was no one else down there except for the statues. Who are you?
That is a very interesting question. I am many people. However, once long ago, they called me Lord Raktal. But I do not go by any of those fancy titles anymore. I am no one. To you. But I do
Right.
have another question.
Uh-huh.
That room down there, were you trying to use it for something?
We're trying to figure out exactly what it was. We have a rough idea now what it is, and as such, it has to be eliminated.
You kind of notice him grow intrigued at the sound of this. Um, if not for the very obvious intrigue on the fact that how much wild magic is contained down there, whether you guys knew that or not. Um, and he kind of probes a little bit further. What have you been able to denote by whatever those creatures seem to be protecting?
2 seconds.
Don't leave Momo alone with the Lord. Don't leave Momo alone with him.
This man rolled a fucking empire.
Just like
I
the
come up maybe to his kneecaps. Probably not even then. Like,
Nah,
what
you're like
in form of
shin
red
height.
Kokesh.
help.
I can't help you. I'm in my own room.
I know. This is all just me above board anyway.
Help. Hep hep.
Momo is fully letting, other than being like, "Hey, those aren't our friends. Don't lump us in with them." Other than that, Momo is shutting the fuck up and letting V talk.
He probably would have asked to how, or I guess, what did you do to make those beasts angry? Surely you did something. Kind of showy for my version of protection, but you know, whatever, I guess.
Ah,
You
I
have
return.
access to that kind of wild magic, I guess, why wouldn't you?
I have
Be
returned.
extra.
What did I miss?
Raktalkesh is asking,
Oh, no.
Hey, at least he's choosing to be in his I'm not gonna fuck you up for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess,
They're
well, I guess
reasonable
one.
sometimes.
No, but he's mostly just asking, like, what did you do to anger those beasts, or how, like, why would you want to be in a room like that in the first place?
Yeah, I think what Vig was getting ready to say, because I think he before I had to be right back, he had asked what we had figured out.
Yeah, because you said
Um,
from what your knowledge of.
yeah, and then I was like, poof.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like, from what little we've been able to gather, it is a an anchor of some sort, or at least that's what it seems to be getting used for. The exact operations of it, Vig is not quite sure, but it is definitely a problem. The place that you are getting ready to walk out into, the city that is so much in ruins, that is due to the actions of a very hostile satyr.
Interesting.
And the satyr is using it, or from what we understand it, um, the satyr Moldur is using it as a tether.
And it is to your understanding that Those guardians were activated by you.
I
Activated
imagine it
anchor?
reacted to us, yes.
Well, you should probably know that from my brief assessment that you are not the ones to activate it. It was active before you all had entered. For how long is hard to say. There was already an immense amount of wild magic in that room before whatever battle had outbroke. And surely it could not have been conjured by the few of you that were there. Would you happen to know who may have had access to this other than your satyr friend, I believe you said?
Friend is the no grave enemy, but regardless, no. As far as Vig has gathered, anyone who has been alive for any longer amounts of time than Vig has absolutely no knowledge of this underground area. The only individual that might have known is the late king. Unfortunately, he is the late king. So,
Unfortunate indeed.
Unfortunately, we don't quite know who else may have known. And we just have to work with what we have, which isn't much, but time is not on our side.
I understand. Unfortunately, as well, I am but a mere observer in this situation. There's not much I have to offer. Mostly because I choose not to offer. But I would like
Fair
to
enough.
query about you, and he'll point to you, Vig. I did not see you before, which means you must be capable of transmutation, are you not?
I am a druid, yes.
And I would be very careful about whatever this is all being used for. I've been alive for a very, very, very long time. Enough to know when a vessel is needed.
Great. All right. Well, thank you for that information.
But I do not plan to stay here long enough to see what is to come of all of this. For it is not on my agenda.
Well, Vegas never asked anyone to help that does not want to, so you are free to do as you wish.
As he begins to slowly walk down the corridor between the two of you, he won't make eye contact. Just slowly sashay away. Go beat up a bunch of kids in a dungeon, actually. God damn. You will hear telepathically, Vig, passed only to you, Vig, not to Momo. I would make sure that you have an anchor of some kind of your own and a very strong conviction. And with that,
I've got at least one of those things.
sashay out the doors.
Sashay. Oh, maybe these are.
I just like wolves. God damn it, he's hot. What? Now, sashay.
So many
Oh.
hot characters in the campaign where I'm not playing the horny character.
Ha ha.
Unfortunately, when I built Anu, it was because there was so many of you. The chances of you guys meeting and having meaningful bonds with people is very, very slim. I did not shape up for on Kitus to only end with four people, but you guys are making the most of it though, so I fucking love that shit.
We're doing
My
our fucking
requirement
best.
was like, in Kitus, as far as Anu went, I was like, I need at least 5 of you if you want to have a chance. It's not gonna be a very good one, but it will be something. As far as Kitus goes, you know your antagonist. How you get there is all on y'all.
We're fucking
Um,
trying.
Dude, you guys are kicking ass.
I just wanted to clarify when he's talking about the anchor, was he said it only to Vigo?
Yeah, more so, and he doesn't know the relationship between you two, so it's kind of just like a. He doesn't know what the fuck's gonna happen to you, but he has a pretty good general idea. And if it does, because he doesn't, again, he doesn't have any definitives, but it does appear this way to him that you would be the one that would be used for your transmutation abilities.
All right. Lots of fun news to share with the rest of the party when everybody's away.
Neato. I mean, I guess we can pan to the. Are you two doing anything else after he leaves?
Vig is just gonna kind of watch him until he's gone. Honestly.
The moment he's out of sight, Momo will take a peek down the hole.
It's just a pile of rocks. The
Yeah,
entire
he's like-
room looks rather destroyed, though.
Huh.
That poor fountain and statues, all the blood altars, everything is absolutely in ruin. Basically, the only thing that remains is the pillars. They're the only things there that are fully intact.
Oh, okay.
He just looks to Momo once Momo comes back and just goes, I really hope he's not going to be a problem later.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, it's definitely not going to be a problem that we dragged him from wherever he was, and now he's just freely walking about.
He seems at least content to be observing. If he wants to observe, he can do that all he
I
likes.
mean, that's fair. That's fair.
I don't think we can make him
Honestly,
stop if we
Let's
wanted
just hope
to.
he doesn't have ulterior plans. I don't know.
Yeah, well, again, the thing about Vig is just like, all right, well, yep.
Hey
Vig is just
man, lesser
basically
evil,
like,
lesser evil.
don't burn my forest. We're fine. Don't attack nature. We're good.
Not gonna try not to judge by appearance, but as somebody who made a living of hunting monsters, letting him go hurts a little, but also we probably would have died trying to pick that fight. So
I was about to say, if he really is the thing that was in the basement, we were not going to be able to handle that in our current state. No.
well, considering there's nothing left down there except for rubble, and there definitely wasn't a big demon body, I'm gonna go out. I'd even bet my tail on the fact that that's him.
Vig
That's
is
the
trying
same.
not to think about it too hard.
No. Yeah, no, let's just stuff that in a box and save it for later.
At least he gave some useful information.
On the plus side, hey, he doesn't seem to be on Mulder's side either.
That is very good.
For now.
Maybe if we're lucky, Mulder does something to piss him off.
We can hope.
But the Vig is not betting on it.
On another plus side, that other deal with gods and other bullshit, if he is a demon, at least he should theoretically be against most gods. So, hooray!
Vig
We should
has a
probably
lot
tell
to
the
think
others,
about
right?
all of a sudden. We should let him sleep.
Okay.
We can tell them in the morning.
Well,
We've all been through a lot.
feel a lot better sleeping here now.
Hey, the thing is gone, so now it's just out in the world. Yeah, sleep
Did he
well.
give you a name?
Did he?
think that
I heard Lord, but that was about it.
He told you guys that he had gone by Lord Raktalkash in
Oh, okay.
previous
Gotcha.
lifetimes, but he did not give you a current name or anything to call him.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah, the only
cut
reason.
it out during
Get-
that because we only
Yeah.
heard Lord.
Yeah, there's a
So
lot
yeah,
of
no,
things going
he
on.
just
I'm
he was
sorry
like,
about that.
I have no idea what that name is, but maybe the others might know. I don't know, but they have to know what just happened.
Okay, so tomorrow things got it. I'm gonna. He just collapses. Yep,
Sleep well.
too much.
Because the rest of you are taking up your leave, in enclosed spaces here, nobody would have seen, um, but this, what is presumed to, well, he's Raktal Cash, but no one knows who he is with, this form he's taken on. He would have left the castle and presumably left the kingdom, as far the kingdom's walls, as far as you know. Um, little hard to tell.
Let a different civilization deal with this ass. Let a different band of heroes deal with him.
Momo also for a second after he leaves will be like, "So, little fox friend, I don't know if you're there, but I wouldn't mess with that. As fun as it might seem, it won't end fun for anyone."
Roll me a perception.
Oh fuck.
I'm almost saying it out loud. Can I roll one too?
Sure.
I'll use my hearing for this because I wouldn't be able to see it anyway. So
To explode my browser earlier. Fix that.
have a nat
Good.
20 for 34.
Jesus!
There you go.
I told you I'm the perception. Oh, I got a 19 and a 20. Why am I burning my good ones? It's been like one good, one bad. Fuck.
23.
Baghdad,
It
mid.
doesn't matter.
Baghdad
Mid?
does not see
Mid
anything.
compared to Momo, yeah.
Okay, realistically, your roll is mid. All right, at 13.
The roll
but-
itself is.
Yes. Having a lovely plus 10 modifier,
That's pretty nice.
unfortunately, you still don't see whatever the
Oh,
hell
yeah.
it is.
Oh, yeah, no, I know.
But Momo, you are eyes and ears out only at this point because your ears hear everything. You
Listen
last
to your
time you
special
had
ears.
looked for the fox after the fight, you had heard it giggle at you, but you did not hear anything else or get a general sense of where it was. At this time, you kind of look around to, and kind of, yeah, I mean, you were speaking just out loud in general because you don't know where it is. You would have seen all the way at the other end of the hall, passing through, just barely as it crosses, like runs past the hallway that you're in. You see two little eyes glow as it passes.
What's that?
What in the fucking horror movie shit is that?
Yeah, that's some horror movie shit right there.
I like
Happy
pass.
Halloween.
Pass. No thanks.
No, thank you.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what you would see, but you do not get a response, verbally of any kind. Just that could have been it, could have been something else, could have been worse, could have been better. Who knows? I mean, this castle has not been lived in now at this time for roughly, what did I say, like 2 or 3 years. So I think it's been like 2 years.
Momo definitely lets out a sigh and looks to me. He's like, something moved down there. Should I go
That's
check it
roughly
out, or-"
what the little eyes look like as it darted past the hallway.
sleep. I will keep an eye in that direction. If it's another demon, I will wake you.
Okie doke. If I
No,
wake up
no,
in the morning,
actually,
thank
just
you.
don't.
To be, if he did another demon, he's like, "Fuck, there's a portal down there, isn't there?"
Why is that not in the realm of possibilities for you guys too, huh?
The fact that it's not like there's literally there's A and B. A is there's no portal. B is there's a portal. Like,
Neat.
Momo just like settles down, pulls his hood up over his head fully, disappears into the cloak. Just a pile.
So it would be about this time you guys are able to make it through the night. There's a mediocre amount of sounds coming from outside as
rise and shine.
you guys probably wouldn't hear it inside the castle, of course. But for those of you outside into the camp area, I'm going to change the screen so that people at home can get a visual on how Kitus looks at the current moment. The Beagle lives.
Beagle lives on in our hearts.
Well, as far as we know for the moment.
Oh no! Oh no!
We don't know what's going on. Anything can happen.
Well, this avatar shit have taken your shape.
Hi, your body is mine. Ah, there's too
Oh,
many
no.
momos.
Oh my god!
Just gonna-
And another beak too.
Why are there so many Momos?
We
No,
multiplied.
don't worry about it. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Dane and Albatross, you guys are probably here. Splash and Cetrion. Okay, see, then it's weird. Then it didn't even put Cetrion out here. Stop meowing at me. You just ate. You don't need food. You're a liar.
Not to them.
You don't need it. You don't need it. Dude, this cat eats so much. How is she still hungry? Okay. Yeah,
Best not to question it.
yeah, at this point, I can't afford to. I guess we're like over there. Alar is up in the tower doing some light reading because he doesn't sleep.
Hell yeah, sleepless bros. But unfortunately, it's Alar and not like Brax.
Damn. Neato. It is now the next morning. We are going to pan over to Albatross and Dane for a moment. As you guys are beginning to rise and shine here, you hear bits of crackling of smoldered, basically, campfires, and the refugees and remaining citizens are beginning to awake and rustle about, trying to get as much of their stuff together as they can. General morning routines for these people, which is not very much. Nice little horribly ground black coffee on a little pot, and you've got a few individuals trying to shake out the ratty clothes that they have left. What once was a beautiful city is less so. Honestly, though, the one thing I will say for those of you who are out here in the camp, it's almost unsettling how many people are actually out and about at this time. Yes, it's usual to find a few of the burlier, fighting ready individuals out milling about, practicing swinging swords and things like that. But you're starting to realize that there's quite a few children. And there's actually, in some people's cases, very fortunately, full families. There's quite a bit of people here. They're all coming alive and doing their things. Basically, essentially, daily chores that for some of these people did not have to do prior to this intrusion on their capital city here. Dane and Albatross, you guys awake. I'm not sure, Albatross, where you would have slept or been sleeping. Um, Dane would have fallen asleep in their chair at their desk, makeshift desk. It's basically just like a piece of, it's like a door on top of like two, piled up crates of discarded papers and files and jars.
Um, I think they probably would have sat in a corner somewhere, truthfully, because they wouldn't have wanted to take a bed.
Yeah,
And
like in his
probably
little like
just
office area, like he's got like a cot there that he normally would
yeah,
sleep
yeah,
on.
yeah. Yeah, but Albatross would not have taken that in case he had gotten up. They probably had just sat in a corner and just kind of fallen asleep against probably whatever extra bits of furniture is in there.
Sure. There would have been like a chair somewhere in a corner of the room adjacent to the bed. Um, oh, I scrolled too far. That's why I couldn't find what I was gonna say. Yeah. So you would wake up before Dane, and seeing him look extremely uncomfortable in that chair and his like neck's all bent to one side. He slowly begins to wake up, and the first thing he does is not even acknowledge you in the room. He actually sits there and begins to rub his hands over his face, kind of at first in like a time to wake up kind of a way, but then it slowly morphs into him rubbing his temples at how stressed he is about this whole situation. And
Stress.
he's he stands up and he leans over his desk here at all of his poorly. It's not okay. It doesn't look like a kindergartner did it, but
Talking shit about your own character. It looks like ass.
it looks like somebody who drew it with what they had. Kind of a map of the situation of where the camp is in relation to the castle. There's another sheet that's got a scribbled on diagram of what the basement looks like with the pylons. What is presumably the image of Muldor. And there's a paper that has got nothing but lists of all the things Muldor could want, need, or be trying to succeed at in whatever this body snatching is about, or he's got his own clue board kind of going here. And he's kind of just going through all these papers, and his hands are on the edge of the desk, and he leans over, and he's really just trying to deep dive into it. Almost like he's ignoring you in the room, Albatross.
The worst because I am non-confrontational. Um,
I mean, at this point, I would say that it'd probably be eating at you that you haven't had like a real conversation with him since last night, like since you guys got out of the fight. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what Albatross specifically would do in that matter, but
non-confrontational
I imagine you probably would have tried to like just have a normal conversation with him.
I
The
don't
night
even.
before.
Yeah, probably the night before. Um, but yeah, Albie's not blind to some social cues, specifically, obviously more. I don't want to say negative ones, but definitely not like you learn really quickly when someone doesn't want to be bothered.
What do you plan on doing?
Um, I th- I think they would for a moment seem like they're going to say something, but just stop themselves and probably make their way out of the tent.
I think just as you're about to leave the tent, you probably hear, "So that's it. You're just gonna go."
They would stop, but they wouldn't turn to him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to say.
Well, at this point, what is there to say?
I'm sorry.
But are you?
In some ways, yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for how it went. It was not. I didn't.
You understand you could have died, right? I know that you got this whole thing down that you can just get in and out and do all these things on your own, but you don't have to do that, right? You understand that?
No. Uh, No. All m- all my life I've just had to do things alone, and
I just thought we were on the same page. I thought we were both, after our talk out in the field, that this is about, this is bigger than us now. This is about the bigger picture. The people's lives are at stake now. An entire kingdom's way of life is about to get wiped off the face of what is ever's left. And at first, yeah, I thought that the Zen was a part of this, and that's why I stuck around. But then it became about the people that I got to know here. Ellie made friends and was thriving, and I couldn't take her away from that. And then you. I got to know you. And I thought that we were capable of finding a new meaning to this whole fucked up life that we both have to fucking live. When it gives us a second chance. But I don't know anymore. I don't know if that's really what you want. So if you have to go, then I understand. But I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna try to save these people.
I'm not going to just leave.
Then I'll be here when
I
you get
I
back.
I'm gonna try to ask for help.
Well, we're unfortunately at a point right now where we need all the help we can get.
I promise I'm going I'll I'm going to be here and I am going to try and fix this. I'm just I have I have to figure out how to ask for help from her, and if I can do that, then maybe I can work on being better at telling you guys when I need help.
He'll kind of hang his head at the sound of that, but he'll kind of just give you a slight nod and understanding.
I am sorry. I don't I feel like I feel like I destroy everything, everyone that I care about. I just feel like all I do is make their lives worse. If you could ask Splash, and all I've done was exist.
Well,
I don't want to do that.
I'm not asking you to change the fates or be a different person. All I'm asking is that you try. Try to trust us. Me. Try to trust me. Try to believe in something that doesn't have to do with the world blowing up or you being the cause of it. Just try. If things don't work out, that's life. But if you at least tried, and I know that, then it's not for nothing. That's all you can do. I don't really fully agree with this plan of yours, but I
I've
understand that it's
tried.
not any of us can help you with. So, if this is your form of trying, I accept that.
Thank you. And I do trust you.
Hearing Albatross say that, um, Dane's demeanor will soften, while still aggressively gripping this table. But at least for a moment when he's looking at you, he doesn't look like he wants to throw the table. So there's that. It's kind of like the one moment that you've seen in the last 24 hours, or I guess closer to about 12 hours, that doesn't look like his brain is in 100 other places than right here. He'll kind of stand up straight, release his death grip from this table before flipping it, and cross his arms. Kind of not sure on whether or not he's supposed to like hug you or whatever, but he'll give you like a small smile before it fades, and he just nods his head at you.
Sorry.
What?
Uh,
Tee-hee.
me. Yeah.
What was the tee
Um,
about?
I don't know. I'm just a little fruity. I don't know what to tell you. What do you want from me? um,
She likes angry people.
I do. Al Albatross would probably remove their very fun special cape or robe here and offer it to Dane. Uh in case you guys need to, it'll help a little um with sneaking. I don't think I'll really need this.
That's admirable. Thank you. I'm sure we'll put it to good use.
Yeah, and then Albatross would kind of do an awkward nod. And then they'll probably head to the rubble of their church, quote unquote.
Okie dokie.
Their, yep, that area.
Cute. Cool.
Let me remove that +5 really quick. Boop. It's okay, guys. I still have a +14 to my stealth.
They were once almost invisible. Now they have an outline when they're invisible.
I'm about to say, what do you mean? They've got the fucking halo cloaking. You can still see them, barely.
Now, yeah. Old Mirage.
My
Cetron and Flash, I'd say this is about the time that you guys would be probably awakening, feeling a little rumble in the tumbly. Whether that means to you that you need to poop or are hungry, that's up to you to decide.
You are
Hopefully
awakened to
there's no
find
kids.
Splash in the corner.
No, Splash definitely crept into the bed. I don't know if Cetrion would have noticed that though. Cetrion has a very strong conviction to sleep.
Cetron probably just probably wouldn't have noticed. I'll be honest. It would have just been like hugging a teddy bear.
This isn't my pillow.
Oh, when did you? How did you? You know what? Some things I just don't want the answer to.
The Zen are very sneaky people.
Um, you need to talk about what happened yesterday.
Nope.
I'm not gonna tell Albatross, so
Blizzard, I will say at this time, if you would like to assume Splash's character at this time, you can. Because that's fun for
My
me.
besties for Halloween. Get to be Slash.
Body snatching. I mean,
That's
Oh my
my
like,
god,
costume.
scary!
Spooky.
body swap.
Right, so
Body
she's
swap.
in the
Albatross turns off.
Albatross is being abducted by their god, maybe. We don't know that yet.
No.
Anyways. So yeah, they were sorry, I was grabbing my food, so I was not fully present.
That's kind of what I was
Where is
while
Splash?
I was speaking for you.
Jesus, words are hard. Yeah, it's a good thing you're taking over. Good.
Words are hard.
So Splash is I'm sorry, where?
Citron.
In the bed with Cetrion.
In the back.
let's say
My
God.
god.
Not like that, though, Jesus.
Hello.
I didn't imply
But,
nothing, thank you. Jesus.
that was Blue Jay going, oh my god. We had to
Oh.
nip that in the bud real quick.
No,
we said-
we said God, assessing, trying to get God to answer. But
Wait, I
Yes.
became a fellow? Absolutely not. Let go.
No, it's kind of one of those
Yay, I
things where it
jumped
was like Splash was not okay by that level
Oh, yeah.
of.
She's not fighting it, but she's definitely telling you to let go.
That's when you were gone. He was asking, "Did you want to talk about everything last night?" And all I said was, "Nope."
Nope. I don't even remember last night. What was last night?
sure. Just it's not my first time almost dying. Won't be my last.
Same. I
Hey,
think.
bestie.
Definitely
Oh, no,
not
you-
Splash's first time.
You
And
would have been
probably
fine.
won't be my last time. I mean, preferably, I would hope that like the last time is like the last time, but
That's what I said
No,
4 last
you
times
would have been
ago.
fine. How'd have got you out of there? Though myself is the question.
yeah, you look like the one that was struggling. Truthfully,
You were a statue for a good little bit there.
it was only a statue for like 6 seconds.
A lot could have went
Hello,
wrong,
it's
surrounded by every single one of the guardians in the room that decided they wanted to attack me afterwards.
Yeah, but everything is okay. You're alive. I'm alive.
But did you die, though?
But did we die? Close, but no. That's just the day in the life, isn't it? I think it seems like it for your group.
I mean, I was just checking, you know.
Oh, you're gonna let go of me right now, right?
I mean, yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how you got in the bed.
I got in. What did we not?
Cool story.
understanding of it.
Just gonna let go and be like, well, I mean, normally you kind of tend to stay in your own bed and angrily stare at me from across the room.
I mean, I can go back to that. It's really easy.
It's not necessary. I was just trying to figure out why or how or when.
Well, last night I got in. End of story, I think. Anyways, I'm hungry.
I conveniently leave out the why.
Yeah, just leaves out the why. But I
Oh
guess,
boy, I hope they're selling
guess-
those breakfast sandwiches with the
I guess the why's not all that
pig
important.
fat.
Just glad you're all right. Let's go get something to eat.
It better be something good. She stretches her wings out before she goes, I guess, to the center of camp or wherever food is, wherever she can smell the food.
Are you flying out the window?
Fuck yeah. I can do that now.
It's funny because, like, in addition to the window, there's just Sentry on
The
the sides
Cetrion
of the
hole in the
wall.
wall that
Yeah.
I'm just gonna use to leave myself.
Sorry, you want to explain why the fuck we're getting some weird eerie name in the chat?
Yeah, that's Raktal Kesh's most obedient servant.
Ah, sick.
Job opening, homie? What's the
Dread
pay?
Knight Commander.
So,
It's a badass name to have.
It's the Rakshasa
It's just
part
his
that's
title.
scary. They have terrifying abilities. I hate them.
I would just take the title. I don't need nothing else. No pay.
Jesus, fuck my brain. Rakshasa Dread Knight Commander from the Age of Demons. When Raktal Kesh was an overlord of all of Eberron.
I will say I don't
Still
really know what
fucking
today's
hate Corn.
plan is, seeing as how who knows what Vig or Dane or any of them came up with.
There's a lot more people out here, right?
Yes.
No, that
Makes
was in
sense.
character.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot more people than usual.
Why?
Yes.
Not really sure.
Look, man, I just work here.
The last time I was, well, here with any sort of population, more than this, they used to have a fall festival, I think. Though I
would
don't know how that
say
would turn out with how this goes.
I would say over in Lorem, you guys celebrated it a little differently than how they did. You guys kept it a little bit more traditional, whereas uh, here kind of developed into more of like a carnivalized festival rather than the original meaning.
We kind of had more usual traditional type thing over in Lorem before it became, well, what it is now.
Uh-huh. That's a normal thing for you guys to do.
But they did more of like a carnival type thing.
What now?
Yeah,
Like
you
a
know,
carnival,
bullshit
like you have some
games
like,
and
yeah, really
What
rigged
now?
bullshit games and weird
Uh,
prizes.
I mean, like, to fuck around with the new recruits, we gamble and absolutely, like, you know, stealth cards out to obviously win, but that's as, I mean, that's as much games as we did.
God, the Zentrum would just fucking
Oh,
haze the ever-loving shit out of their recruits.
I
The
never
fun
really
part is
had
it doesn't
time for
end when you're
the,
no longer a new recruit.
Yeah.
I never really had time for the, you know, carnival
Almost
aspect, so I
Shudder's
always kind of just stuck to our little
reliving
one and
horrible memories.
I would visit for this one, but wouldn't really be able to participate. Normally, whenever we were here, we were kind of on a business trip, pretty much.
Cool, 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 cool.
You might
I-
have fun though, if they even still do a carnival. I don't know.
My idea of fun is fucking with the new new guys.
Well, there are no new guys here.
I mean, technically, all these people could be new guys.
Listen, I don't need to get you out of trouble because I don't know what their prison situation is here.
I think I could get myself out of trouble, thanks. Not many people could fly here. It's pretty easy.
Wow.
Yeah,
pulling
but
the fly
on the
card,
rare
that's
chance one
crazy.
of them gets really good with a bow all of a sudden,
Oh yeah,
I-
things
you're
don't
the one
work
that
I've
good
trained
with
them,
seen
right?
arrows
their
sticking
aim.
out of them.
I've seen them aim. I'm not worried. I mean, no, they're great. They did fantastic. Nothing to worry about.
I mean, you are kind of poo-pooing on your own skills as a teacher, but I mean,
Damn.
eh.
Would she realize that?
But I say, it sounds like something Splash would do.
No.
Talk shit about their own skills without even fucking realizing it.
Is this a bad time for me to mention that you were the one training them? You were directly responsible for how well they could shoot that bow?
See, I wasn't trained to train people, so not part of my skill set.
No, but if you know how to do a skill, you can train someone to do it. I've never built a wall, but I built the shitty one here.
She looks at the wall.
A single break is just.
I didn't even sleep.
Well, okay, fine. You maybe have a point, but I did the best I could. I don't think
Damn.
they're giving it 110%.
Oh,
They
oh.
definitely are after the speech. But we can go see what's up here. So,
I would say maybe 90 after the speech.
So as you guys arrive, kind of amidst all of the commotion, for the most part, it seems like everybody is kind of just going about their daily business. A stall is setting up their usual breakfast lineup here, and a few people are already seen waiting in line, with their own plates in hand. And the smell of food, yes, smells delicious. Mm. There's quite a few faces milling about. Again, particularly a lot of youngsters and a lot of even a few elderly individuals seem to be about. Again, which is far more than what you're used to seeing, which are again most of the individuals who are training and able-bodied. Um,
Oh, they brought out the weaklings. Got it.
well,
I mean, we could always just ask what's going on.
I'm not asking.
mm,
Social skills of ascent.
I'll do it then.
She's getting in line for breakfast.
step
While
aside,
waiting
child.
for food,
I say,
Move,
still
children.
that fresh meat.
while waiting for food, Citrium's
His wings to push.
just gonna look to someone near him and go, "So why is everybody out and about so much this morning?"
Oh, you must be new here. This is today's the day of the harvest festival, if you can believe it.
That's what I had figured. I hadn't been here in a couple 100 years.
Ah,
My food.
Drop that bombshell on a random dude.
you don't say. Well, must have been a hell of a time.
The Force does crazy things.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we know about it. That's why we were banned from ever going in there for a long time.
Another old man goes into the forest to stop aging.
Never to be seen again.
Yeah, it doesn't
You can
work.
make a religion out of this.
Or it
We
works
already
so
have
well
one developing.
that the city literally outlives the old man.
Are they going to?
The man outlives the city before he can return.
Are they doing anything for Harvest Festival this year?
Well, it seems like a couple people want to, but from what I heard, seems like there's a few people who, bit of a naysayer. Something about last Harvest Festival not going as well.
To be fair,
No.
it would
Did
probably
someone
be
spill
good
like
for.
the dip or something?
Oh.
Man, if
That would
only
be good
that
for
was what happened.
The morale of people if we did do something. I'm not great at festivals though.
Well,
Don't look at me.
from what I can tell, around here, these people need something. But we all appreciate what Dane's done for all of us, and he had no reason to do any of those things. He's not from here, but he's been running us all ragged. I mean, training sessions from sunup to sundown, strategy, lessons. I mean, the whole thing is a little. Look, between you and I, before all this, I was just a merchant. I don't know anything that's going on here. I don't understand. We're not hardened warriors. Most of us have never even seen the inside of plate armor. I don't know. It's a little out of our wheelhouse. But,
It's very stuffy inside plate armor.
well, yeah. I could at least bet on that. For sure.
I mean, I can talk to Dane and see if he can get something going.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, just, I know you
Just a
probably.
day off.
I don't know how long you've been back, but probably stay away from any of the fake stuff because it might be a little triggering for those of us who had to endure last year's Harvest Festival.
I gotta know what happens. I'm curious now.
Well, I'm just gonna try to see what Dane might throw around. All right. I
Okay.
don't know. We're gonna try to do something.
Sure.
Everyone needs a day off.
You guys looking for Dane?
I will after I eat.
Oh yeah, sure, of course.
Oh yeah. She's been munching mid combo. She definitely pushed people out of the way.
She definitely did not take your plate from you, Setron, to go get yours filled as well.
Yeah. No, not at all.
Won't wait to eat that one. He said he wasn't hungry.
If you want your food, you gotta wait in line like the rest of us. Not even paying attention to the fact that they definitely shoved those kids out of the way. But looking back at the line now, it's like 50 people deep.
Sometimes you scare me.
What little me? Please.
Other times I remember.
You flatter me.
Other times I remember you would have stabbed me already.
Never say never.
If you would have done it, you'd have already done it by now, while I was asleep, so you could get away while no one was awake.
The element of surprise, ever heard of it?
I have, but you've had several opportunities.
We're in a party filled with the element of surprise.
Believe me, Albatross
just
is quite
shut
literally
up
the element
already.
of surprise.
Ugh. She would just hand you the plate to shut you up.
How about that for elements of surprise?
I didn't think you'd see that one coming, huh? No, shut up and eat.
Something wise old man knows everything. Blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah.
Two fucking wise old men in the party.
Don't even hate me as much as I
Mentoring
used
different
to.
birds.
Do you have your learning bird?
I'm gonna be eating.
Please, everybody, check for your bird.
Hold firmly to bird.
Yeah. Make sure bird does not leave your sight.
Whether
If
that
bird
be
has left your sight,
stealth or
panic.
flight.
Your bird left your sight.
Yeah, I know. He was too tired last night.
Roll me perception check. Well, you keep an eye out for Dane while you guys are munching. See if he passes by.
Vig,
'Cause
Oh,
usually
Vig
he
also
would be
felt
around.
very similar to Dane.
She's definitely not looking. She don't care. She's just following such around.
Just remember,
enough.
someday
Anything.
one of these days, I'm gonna probably die.
Yeah, and me too. I'm not immortal.
Yeah, I
The
didn't mean
9
from
said
old
Trent
age.
dies today.
I guess passive perception for her.
Yeah.
What's her passive?
I
don't have her
forgot
chart.
that you don't have her chart. Her passive is chart. Yeah, I hate that.
People in
use
the
that.
medical type fields.
Stop. 22.
God.
Nice.
It'd be very hilarious just hearing like a vet being like, "Yeah, here, let me look at his character sheet real quick."
I don't know. Blue Jay's been working a lot with a lot of nerds, so that play D&D. So I'm surprised it doesn't happen.
Oh yeah. One of my bets is a D&D player. But she's also a Trump supporter, so
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Well, we lost him.
she lost a little street cred. She's still funny
Yeah.
though.
Just not progressive enough.
No. What does it say when it's the ranger?
Yikes! You have to be the
Damn.
most fucking progressive to put that character
And
to
the
use. Good
druid.
lord.
She plays rangers and druids.
Rangers are like just druids in general are just some of the most like hippy dippy people. What the hell? How?
Mental gymnastics.
Yeah, really though. Once apparently their dex is not high enough to succeed it. Setcharon, are you looking or are you just chowing down?
I mean, I would have been looking around while eating, but
Sure. I just looked up. I understand the butt part now. Yeah. That I guess it speaks for itself. The food is far more interesting than what I mean, you're still thinking about it, of course, but hunger now, look for Dane after. I would say Splash while you're Splash is actively ignoring everything and not looking. Unfortunately, your Zen training kicks into you, and you can't help but notice or try whether you're doing it. It's more like a subconscious thing. Kind of trying to search the faces around you. Majority of them obviously are all the same people that you've been with here now that you guys have been back for the past couple days. Well, you guys have been here weeks at some points. And
It's her first time here.
is it? I was trying to figure that part out.
Unless you have something else planned, but to my knowledge.
I couldn't remember how long you guys had been here with Splash.
we've been here like a week.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
At least a few days because
Yeah,
we
it's
got
been a few
constantly
days.
interrupted.
But I was like, you guys were here for a couple weeks prior, but I couldn't remember if
I think that was before Splash.
yeah, I couldn't remember if that was with Splash or without Splash. So I
No,
believe it was
without.
without. You also did not have Alar as well. That's right. So yeah, you guys have been here for the past couple days. So Splash would have had a pretty good handle at that point of just about every face here. Even some of the like most of the younger children, like she's clocked at least once. However, at this time, while Splash is like, angrily tapping their foot or whatever, at the impatience of Setron eating, even if he is eating at a pace that is ungodly, because big cow mouth, two stomachs, the whole deal.
Oh, one sandwich, dude. Come on.
A big fucking sandwich.
He's one of those guys that just likes to like deconstruct his food first.
Big
Oh my God.
sandwich. All
And
Splash sees is
before
the mouth open and just the whole sandwich go in.
and before Cetron's a fucking gourmand. Yes. He's like, yes,
Ooh,
perfect.
there's
I
more
like
little
the
sandwiches.
subtleties.
Splash, you notice somebody walk in through the gates down here at the south gate.
Oh, hold
And
on.
they have a hood up and they seem not super tall. I mean, they're like a foot taller than you, but you're very aware that that is still a short stature. Almost like somebody that easily, like Splash's first thought would be like, "Oh my god, like this is exactly what a member of the Zen would look like and act like if they were trying to sneak in somewhere." Um, and so your mind immediately goes to that first. And as they kind of swiftly walk in, they cross through a bunch of the tents and a few of the crowded people, trying to not make eyes with any specific people. And they kind of weave their way through.
Who's following that bitch?
You're gonna, because you guys at this point are probably, um, I think the food tent would be over here. It'll be a ways away, but like you can, but again, as being able to, with bird eyes, see the whole, for the most part, the whole area. The camp's not very big. It's big, but it's not that big. For shits and giggles.
165
165 feet,
feet?
170 feet for the whole,
Huh.
like, width of the camp.
Mm.
It's not nearly as much as it could be. Jam packed full
I
of people.
I think at seeing that she probably would just kind of instinctually go into that direction, like ready to have her bow out and everything too.
Yes. Betray the Zend. Betray them.
Can you point in what direction it was again?
Sorry. I ate a cannoli and hands were dirty, so I had to go wash. They entered in through the south gate down here,
Mhm.
and they were making their way up in between tents and people, kind of this way, like that direction.
Um. So like over here, yeah.
That's probably the last place that you would have seen them, yeah.
Cool. Um. I think she would start making her way this way, kind of like in that direction.
So as to like try to cut him off him. Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
she kind of
Um
getting ready to like grab her bow too.
Yeah, I mean, Setron, you would have very clearly noticed the defensive actions taken by Splash here as they uh, are no longer at your side.
Gotta find the word again.
She didn't even stealth. She just walked.
Flashbacks.
Citrion's just gonna look around and then immediately just start following. Gotta be
Sure.
ready.
Before you guys tackle each other, literally and figuratively, Momo and Vig, you guys probably would be
Hello.
up by now. Well, Momo, um, Vig does not sleep. So Vig is
I do
risen.
not sleep.
Vig,
I am
Vig is
always
always risen.
awake. He has
um,
risen.
so what
She has
art
risen,
thou
baby girl.
doing?
Vig is just. Vig is kind of in. He was in the castle, so he's probably not even seeing like any of the activity in the town. So Vig's mind is just going. We should probably get the group together. We need to find. Ilor might know something. And it's probably back down there.
Momo is just like a zombie, nodding along, eyes still partially closed, and going to follow.
May have to push this off a day. Yeah, no, he's just going to try to find like Alar and them because in his head, like I said, he hasn't seen any of the other stuff. So in his head, he's just like, I have been told that I may be in danger.
Whoops.
Ah, shit. So he's like, well, we got to figure out another game plan, I guess.
Cool. You guys would have exited the castle walls here. Heading back to the camp. Yeah, I mean, you would have been able to hear the bustle, which is far more than what has been. Um, and at this point, yeah, there would be far more people crowding the what little street space we have out here. Um, the smell of food and lots of chatter amongst the people here. Uh, and I'll say Splash as you're making your way up through the tents here. You'd get to probably about here before you would notice them moving not stealthily but swiftly through
Yeah.
uh the tents here out onto that
Job
little
wasn't
street
stealth.
there.
Yeah. Vig just Skype call. Why are we running around? Did it's early in the morning. What did you see?
Don't like that you can do that.
Huh?
I feel like
Just
Splash said that out loud.
she totally did.
Anyways, didn't quite hear that, but where is what are you why are you running? Or at least being quick.
We're briskly walking.
Briskly walking towards a person that kind of looks sketchy.
Another one. Great. Awesome.
You guys are really good at attracting that energy, huh?
Uh, comes with the enemies we make. Vig is used to it at this point. Alright, where is he?
Alright, who do I have to kill now? I
Don't
don't like
worry,
doing
I
it,
can
but
hit
I'll
him
do
right
it.
between the eyes with a single arrow. Easy.
No, don't kill him.
We probably need to talk to him first.
Oh,
What if it's
what
just
is it with you
somebody
people just
net?
talking? You shoot
Who-
first, ask questions later.
Not in
What's
the current
not-
situation we're in. We talk to people.
Shooting
Right,
a
but
random unarmed individual amongst a bunch of innocents is just going to cause panic.
Look, your mouse friend can agree with me.
Huh?
Uh,
You shoot first,
What's
ask
getting-
questions later.
Who's shooting?
Not always.
On what? What are we shooting?
A sketchy dude.
That is apparently a shitty individual. Anyways, while we are talking, we should
Where
be
they at?
finding, yes?
You shoot first, ask question later. So
No,
she pulls her
no,
bow.
no.
Put him
Not
away!
even-
You don't need that right now! For
Not
crying
that.
out loud!
That wasn't what we were taught either.
God, it's Stipto all over
sketchy
again.
person is a source for information. You kill them after you gather the info.
Okay, that is a whole other problem, but one thing at a time.
We were different divisions, obviously.
Well,
Well,
you're
yeah.
also
If
you're
your
also
only
currently
thing is search and destroy.
you're
Yeah,
also
Does
pretty
me
much.
see
currently
this
not
fucking guy?
Now that we're closer, yeah, can Momo see? Where am I? Let me
you're
grab
not
my
on a
little
Zen mission right now.
token. I imagine we're over here ish.
No, we're just on a kill the sketchy dude mission.
No, we're on
Fine.
a talk to them.
You and you're talking. It doesn't do anything.
It does whenever it turns out just
Make
to
a
be some
perception
random
check
dude
and
walking
see if
down
I
the
can
street.
spot this dude.
Hey, it
you
worked
can,
with you,
yeah,
didn't
you
it?
can.
Okay, I'll go ahead and burn the charge just to, because I don't give a shit about the charges on this. 27.
With a very vague description, it's hard to pinpoint exactly whomst they
Oh, I haven't
are,
marked my list.
but you can very much tell that from
No.
Splash. Did you say where you saw them?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
I
you
did
would
a little circle
know.
thingy.
Yeah. So then Splash Momo, you would be able to denote that a person with that same very vague description is still over there. They seem to be amongst a crowd of individuals, passing whispers along.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go
we
ahead
definitely
and
shoot this guy. Up
do-
north.
No, I'm not.
But with their hood up, you cannot see their face,
Momo doesn't
nor
hide
can
from
you
any.
understand what they're saying.
Momo is useless.
You know, for a small
Momo's still
dude,
tired.
I expected better.
While
So
everybody's
bright
talking,
white
Vig is
bird.
just
Oh, no.
slowly walking towards the guy.
Oh, he's just going for the direct approach. Of course, it's going.
I kind of want to watch this now.
Okay.
He just walks up to the hooded guy.
So you're approaching the
He's
back
just
of him.
scout. And
Yeah,
just
essentially.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure Vig is not being stealthy. Vig is just walking.
Oh, Grandpa's gonna die. This is gonna be great.
He's not
Um,
gonna
I'll
die.
shoot you.
Yeah, Vig will
approaching
just-
them,
Yeah.
the hooded figure, like you'd probably only catch like the tail end of what was whispered, which was like something along the lines of like, okay, thanks. And then they turn and are about to move swiftly again, so with a little bit of force, abruptly crash into you for a moment.
Yeah.
The-
Oh, hello.
They keep their
You
head
guys
down
not-
low and adjust their hood so that it doesn't fall. As sorry, and they try to get
Oh,
around you.
no. Oh, no, hold on. Just a second. Vig hasn't seen you here before. Vig is
No,
wondering.
I'm sure you
You're a
have.
traveler to town, huh? Oh, is that so?
Of course, like a part of the place like everybody else.
Part of the place. Do you know what place this is? Did you
Yeah,
come from the forest?
No.
Inside
I've
that bitch's
been
mouth.
here the whole
Just
time.
gonna-
I would
I'm
like to
just-
point out
Damn
while
it.
Vig is talking, I will be moving in closer.
I'm gonna use a luck point. I have them. Why not?
Satchiron, how do you want to approach? Do you want to approach from below?
Yeah.
They want to approach what?
From below the crater here.
Uh, yeah, kind of in like a blind spot.
Okay. Yeah, we can move you. I mean, because essentially,
Splash
if
can shoot
you
from that far, right?
come down from there, I'm pretty sure you can shoot from anywhere on this area.
Nice.
Let me
Yeah,
double
let's say
check.
Momo
Minimum of
is
80, anywhere up to 320. So yes,
What's her?
that's just with your
does she,
crossbow. With your longbow, anywhere up to 600 feet.
whichever one she's proficient in. She has a trappy
Yes.
or like a net-like arrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Can I, if this person runs, can I shoot that at them as my hold action?
They technically just have a net, but I have modified it to be attached to an arrow that can be
Wow.
fired.
Cute.
Sick. But yeah, nat 20 on insight.
Momo's already as well.
With their no, I did not come from the forest. Yes, I've been here the whole time. You can tell like with the way that they clear their throat immediately after that something is very off.
Ahem. Does a satyr come to mind?
Other than the one that we've been actively trying to fight against, other than that, no, don't think so. Sorry.
Why do you try? Vega's wondering, in a place where everybody is friends, why are you trying to hide your face? What are you hiding from? Vega's just curious. Vega just wants to talk.
It's more like the last time I was here, most people didn't have an acquaintancy to me, so or at least
That's
positive
fine,
view.
but
So
what's look at the Vig. Anything that you look like Vig would not be surprised by.
it's not so much how I look outwardly; it's how people look at me as a person.
Vig is curious. What did you do that makes it so bad? Why would people not want to see you?
Just
Please,
keep
I'm
tiptoeing
sorry.
in.
This is it's kind of a lot. I have to. I have a meeting with someone right now, and I have to kind of meet
That's
them right now.
fine, but what kind of meeting?
The talking kind, like
Vig understands, but Vig already knows that there is something ailing you, and Vig is curious as to what it is. Come, Vig will go with you to this meeting, yes?
that's not really necessary.
Vig has made it a very concerted effort to actually keep the safety of Kitus in mind. So, if this is for the wellness of Kitus, surely there is no problem.
I'm afraid it's a little more complicated. And with that,
What
they're
is more
going to try
complicated?
to go
Huh?
past you.
Vig is going to walk in front of him.
You'll kind of see their arms shift from underneath their cloak. You can't
I would
really
not
see
recommend
what they're
it.
doing, but it does feel elbows out kind of a situation.
Yeah, Vig goes, I would very much not recommend that. You will not get away from that. I have dealt with worse. Much worse.
I'm sure you have. Unfortunately for you, I have, like I said, a very important meeting I need to get to.
Yeah, you're not going to go to it then.
It's unfortunate for one of us.
Vig will just communicate to the rest of the party. Yeah, let's capture him.
With that, Cetrion's just full on like linebacker sprinting, about to tackle this person.
Okay.
Don't kill him. He seems to have some sort of information.
I'm not gonna kill him. I'm just gonna break his legs.
No
He doesn't need.
promises.
Try not to kill him, please.
No promises.
He doesn't seem like an innocent, but we still need to know why he's here.
Splash, no killing yet. Kill
No
later.
promises.
Not search and destroy. Not
Search and
search and
destroy.
destroy.
Search and destroy. God.
Gotcha. Heard
Put
No.
them
search
on your
and
kill
destroy.
later list.
Oh, what? I can't hear the first thing you're saying.
That's so weird. I think there's a blockage in our communication right now.
I just hear each
Momo,
time you say.
out loud.
It's not
And
how telepathy works.
Momo,
What
two
happened?
Vig
Someone say
only is like, yep, they're definitely
Yeah.
related.
Yeah. All right. Well.
The Cetrion missile is inbound.
Are we?
I am.
I think God said, "Hold on." I
Oh,
believe.
okay. Never mind. That was. Not what I'm gonna do.
I remember that. Put this into the wrong thing. Close enough.
Happened?
Cool.
Oh,
And then I will do one of these.
Fucking love that druids with 2024 got spirit guardians essentially.
my lawnmower.
Cetrion, for your tackle. Roll to see if you hit.
What roll for that?
Athletics check.
Why did I have to look for athletics? Like I was going through my actions and spells and shit. Brain.
Brand, please.
tackle.
Sometimes I
Cetrion
want to
uses
use my
tackle.
inspiration on these things.
Can always do the recap next time.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on these things.
Okay.
But I say is like we go
Yeah, I
multiple
mean-
sessions going. I really should use my
Alright, well, that's,
inspiration, and then just.
That's a 26.
Okay. Let me see how that goes. Not well. Perfect. Given the nature of this individual's size and stature, although they seem to be a rather physically fit individual, still small, especially by comparison to you, Cetrion. You're used to things being easily scoopable. And as this individual tries to dodge out of the way, you are able to fully enclose your arms around them and grapple them up. And while their feet is be kicking, dangling off the ground here at this point, yeah, you have them.
All right. The vehicle has kick in. Who are you meeting with?
Kind of like in a punching manner, Cetrion, they would be aggressively yelling at you to let them go.
Nope. First things first. Answer the
Splash
questions.
is
Take the hood
flying
down.
over. I want to Scooby Doo this bitch.
I want to Skippy to this bitch.
Demask.
Demask.
As you pull down the
What does this
hood,
motherfucker looks like?
you see. Well, the only one of you, V. I think you're the only one that would know. It's General Drake.
I knew
Oh,
I would know the
fucking
general.
damn it.
However, their face is far more disfigured in a manner of what appears to be burn scars over 3/4 of their face.
Lieutenant Drake, what happened to you?
Okay.
Wait,
I'm bringing it back.
Jesus,
Were
I
you
haven't
just
seen.
hiding your face? Because
No. Vig knows this one.
That's a name I haven't heard in. Let's not talk about it.
Makes you more and more depressed every time you think about how old you are. Yeah,
I'm not
I
even.
mean,
The sad thing is, I'm not even that old.
from what you would, that's what I was about to say. From what you would know about General Drake is the last time you had seen them, they were a little girl.
You were, Jesus, you were still a little girl when I last saw you.
Isn't that just super? What happened to
Well,
your original gang, Vig? They all just poop into the next
lo-
life, or what?
a lot of them died.
Oh, good. Looks like the old wills were not nearly as strong as I had put a little hope in making
Drake,
too.
why are you being so antagonistic?
wow, look at her.
Looks
Sorry.
down at Cetrion, holding her off the 2 feet, 3. Math is hard. Roughly 3 feet off the ground here. Right. I'm the antagonistic one.
Yes,
You
you're
tried to
the
run.
one that walked off to Moldur. Vig understands it was a sacrifice from what he has heard, but the fact that you are back here is, judging by your actions, it is not good news.
Is anything that has to do with him good news?
No, it is not. So Vig wonders why you are here. You know that we want to help Kitus.
Yes.
So why are you
anyone in my position
actively
would want to
working to harm it?
leave their situation?
Uh-huh. So you're just trying to abandon Kitus then?
Abandon Kitus? No. If I wanted to do that, I wouldn't have escaped and come here first.
Who are you trying to meet back up with? Is it Moldur?
No. That's what I just spent so much time getting away from.
So then why did you try to run from us? Vig is very confused right now.
I told you, I have a meeting.
What meeting? You know Vig is not going to stop asking.
You
I
know
don't know
that no
any of
one
these
has
people.
to ever introduce. Yeah, who are you?
Hi.
That's my scary bird.
Am I
She,
supposed to
Watch
remember
again.
her
who you
Watch
are?
pastimes are torture and
No, because I don't know who
murder.
you are. So
Okay, great. And the gerbil? Is he with
that's a
you,
good one.
ass?
At the very least, somebody didn't call me a fucking rat for once. Someone who
Looks
knows
so-
something about animals. That's nice.
Outside of rat.
Oh.
Hamster.
Guinea pig.
Okay.
A chinchilla.
He's closer to a chinchilla, thank you.
I like the chinchilla. That one's okay. I'll
I'm
accept
going
that one.
back to the guinea pig.
Oh,
Longer
fuck
now.
you. Fucking turkeys.
Don't ask me how I'm still alive.
Yeah, this big dude's got a lot of trauma.
I'm a recent addition. Hi. quite literally got wrapped up via. God, were we? We were in another fucking realm. Anyway,
Yes, we were.
they
For a
helped
little while.
me, so I'm attempting to help them.
So you get stepped in another realm?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
We
in the plane
actually,
of
I want to
fire.
tell you about that later. What those fuckers did. I mean, really dropping me off without supplies?
Yeah, that's something I would do. Was it
Damn.
something I did?
Let's not try to follow that train of thought right now.
Your search and destroy
Drake.
rarely have anything to do with retrieving things outside of bodies.
You're trying to leave Kitus. It's a bad situation. Vig understands. Vig does not blame the ones who want to leave, but the forest is just as hostile.
I'm not leaving Kitus. My meeting is here.
Oh, all right. Why are you
Ooh.
trying? Who are you meeting with?
There you go. You got this, Grandpa.
Well, Vig has been asking.
Yes, and not everything needs to be relegated through you first.
Well, it doesn't have to be, but Vig has seen
Our
a
guy
lot
won't
of
let go.
shit,
And yet
and
we've created a
honestly,
hostile environment for no reason. And as you they kind of look around and gesture to the many eyes that are staring at you all now.
correct.
Nice.
Easier to answer a question.
Yeah, you should. Vig just wanted to ask, and you're the
And
one
then
that
you
tried to just
threatened
run
me.
off. And you should understand that anyone that is acting suspiciously, such as yourself, is an automatic identifier for someone who would have been possibly working with Muldur. Do not come to me and tell me that I am the one making the hostile environment. You are the one that is acting in a strange and suspicious manner. You, as the one who patrolled and defended this city from Muldur, should have understood that your actions would have only caused a poor situation. You are taking advantage of the fact that the people here do not have as much of a capacity to fight. You are taking advantage of that fact. Vig
Grandpa's
acted as
angry.
best as he can in the defense of Kitus, something that you sacrificed yourself to do. Of all of the people in this conversation, you should understand that that is what needs to be done. So Vig is asking you,
Did it ever
because
occur to
this is
you
what Vig was put
that me
to, who you're
withholding
meeting with.
information might be also helping you?
Doubtful.
Well, then you all are
Vig
not
is
quite as smart
tired.
as I would have assumed. I
God,
had
you're
hoped.
dumb. Vig is so tired of everybody trying to make a decision without trying to run it by the others. You seem to think that you can be some hero that just goes to try to defend the things just by yourself. That is not how this works. It is because we were
That is a
divided
very poor
that Kitus
assumption
fell.
from someone who led many people. Successfully. might I add.
Uh-huh. So what is
I was
going to
not
cause
given
such a
my
problem?
title just because the king appreciated my existence, because I was born into it. No. I earned my title by doing what was right to my kingdom that I serve, not yours. You are all still strangers to this town, outsiders. Now, we as a people, again gesturing to the rest of the what is left of Kitus, essentially, who are all at this point frozen in time, gasps aloud and intently watching. Drake will kind of poof a little bit of the hair that's in her face, um, since they don't have arms accessible to do it.
Oh, here, I got you. Just
Great, thanks.
no problem.
Norm's not much better than here.
Yes,
Guarantee I've led
I am
more people
aware.
than you have, though.
Were you part of T&I as well? Because what the fuck? You're enjoying this too much.
I think something really important on this part of the story for you, Vig, is that the the last time any mention of Lorem was in the air, no one in this town kingdom, including Drake, had acknowledged the existence of Lorem. And at this time, Drake has acknowledged the state of Lorem and what is left.
It's not good.
So that is Vig thought.
I just need to know if I can trust you.
Said
'Cause
Suryan.
everyone I know is dead.
You know
Said
us,
Suryan.
and we're not dead. We literally went over this. We survived
Oh,
last night.
that makes sense.
Never mind.
What did you find, Beeg?
Is just the fact that they know about Lorem is surprising.
Why wouldn't she know about Lorem? We used to be over
What's
here all the
Lorem?
time.
Drake makes more sense, but anyone else who knows about it, they shouldn't. Lorem was forgotten.
Poor Setcheron. First you killed all half my people and then you forgot about them? We served
Really?
under
The
the
king was
same
stupid
king.
enough to the king was stupid enough to let you guys just forget about us?
This is a wild journey.
If you want to make a history check, Vig, you can back to your
Yeah.
archives trip with Harley.
Good luck,
Like
good luck everyone to me.
the library.
Oh boy. I'm gonna use a luck point. We're gonna just use them all up today. Oh boy. V
It
got
looks like
hit
he's
in the
about to have
head.
an aneurysm.
V got hit in the head too many times in the fucking in the blood altar room.
Boy, I'll tell you, the last like 10 years it just really takes them off your brain, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would say it's definitely Beak having a not just a senior moment. He's seething with many emotions at this time. Does not recall peering through all of the books and archives that are a part of Kitus and how Lorem was blipped out of all of it.
It's not great.
Drake, how did you guys even
Vig will
forget
remember
about
that later.
Lorem?
It's like the middle of the night. You son of a bitch!
God damn it!
I knew it! I remember.
How did you forget about Lorem?
Not that we forgot. It was not really a choice on most of our ends. Apparently there was a lot we weren't supposed to know.
I mean, there's always a choice, seeing as how I used to visit here all the time, and
No, yeah. There was a normal part of being a part of a kingdom. A bunch of land subservient to who we thought was our great and powerful ruler. Yeah, that's a load of shit. Look,
I
I'm
was a
sorry
general.
about whatever happened to. I don't know the specifics of it. I just know that it wasn't right and it wasn't respectful to you or anyone else who was a part of that town. The city deserved better. But we can't fix anything by you holding me like this, first of all, and us
Are you
dwelling
going to
on.
run or are you going to talk with us? Are we going to have a conversation
I
or are
just
you
have
going
to
to
make sure
sprint
you're
off?
gonna run. You're not
Yeah,
gonna
you're
run.
probably late for that meeting.
Yeah, I'm very late for that meeting. Actually, thanks for reminding me.
Let's go
Now, if you
talk
could
with him.
remind your friends, that'd be great.
No, I'm not gonna do the end of that. I was
Let's
just
go talk
reminding
with
you.
this individual you're going to have a meeting with.
Yeah, see, this is the weird boundary stuff that you guys just clearly do not understand.
Correct. Vic
Great.
doesn't want to.
That's a character flaw. You should work on that.
When I'm trying to save what's
I
left of
don't
my
work for
home,
you.
you can have room to tell me about these sorts of things.
I'm
And I was a
happy to
general well
discuss
before
all
you
of
were.
these things with all of you after I have this meeting. Because if it goes horribly wrong, we all, again, gestures to the remaining refugees and citizens of Kitus, are in a lot of danger. Now
Wow,
you're
she's gonna
creating a
pin this on you.
spectacle, and now we're all under a lot of eyes right now.
Putting you on spot, Grandpa.
With this insight, immediately you can tell that they're not wrong. That with their presence here and it being now known, it is creating a lot of eyes. Not just by the other
yeah.
citizens, but a lot of eyes.
Vig is less focusing on that statement and more on the basically like we're on them essentially saying that they're doing this for like Titus to save these people. That's what he's inciting.
I mean,
'Cause
their
he's not fully
conviction
convinced.
to the kingdom itself is as unwavering as when you met them. That part is
Seems
true.
like she's serious.
Are we going to talk after you're done?
I'm happy to talk with you after I have this meeting.
It's
Don't
gonna
make me
probably
come
make you
find
pinky
you.
promise or something.
Don't have time for Vig to ensure it. Uh,
Just don't make me come find you.
Or do. That'd be fun to watch too.
just go.
I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna sit Drake down.
As they
As a
stand
side
there,
note, good to see you're alive.
they'll kind of glare up at you as they replace their hood back over their head before looking back over at Beeg. Through your Skype call, you would only hear "Don't follow me. I won't be the only one that knows. But when I return, I will tell you what I know as so long as you all tell me what you
You're giving me the complete lack of warm and fuzzies, but fine.
As
Only
she
one of us is
slowly,
really good at sneaking and following people. Go, Gerbil, go.
oh my god. As she swiftly takes off, she'll glance back once, kind of generally looking in your all's direction. And they try to break through the, well, it's not that they try. They do manage to break through the crowd of gawking strangers here. And the crowd begins to like almost follow the direction, but there
Don't
does
follow
seem to
them, just
be,
leave them.
well, eyes following their direction.
Yeah.
But it does seem like a few of the like older individuals, parents of most, they all begin to like mutter about themselves, saying, this and that, generalisms of like, oh my god, is that, no, it can't be.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna say in Deeg's head, do I follow or what's happening here?
No.
Oh,
Okay. You
We need to talk with the others.
What others?
Dane, Alar, Albatross, you know, everyone else that we have come to associate with that were in that underground room.
Right, we were looking for that dude. Or Cetrion was. I was just kind of hanging out.
Who we talking about?
Vig wants to check up on Dane, and also Vig needs to speak with Alar about something he witnessed. Jesus.
I would say at this point, Dane's probably chatting with amongst a few other individuals at this time. So, you'd have to actively search for him amongst the crowd of people who all
See,
seem to be setting up some kind of festival. Now, Vig, for you, um, you would notice a few characteristic items that were amongst last year's festival. A few totems and things like that. Ceremonial circles are a little odd to you because they were not there prior. However, Cetrion, that's reminding you of the last time you had seen a harvest festival in Lauren, where these particular ceremonial circles were set with flowers and leaves and arranged in a form and fashion where it appears like the citizens, this is where the citizens would go and begin to place their harvest offerings. A few other things are going. A bonfire is being set up, and
my God, they're lighting things on fire.
the bonfire was there last year. But it
Splashes
does
noticed.
feel like there is a substantial number of people, as mentioned before by that lovely individual, that does not feel comfortable doing this. And, they're kind of idly standing by, kind of muttering. There's a worried look in their eyes. But for the people who are setting this up, they seem very hopeful that this is the right thing to do. And it would have been probably thrown out there somewhere, like Dane said. Well, it could be, but it doesn't feel like everyone's on board here. But it looks harmless.
They got a
Just-
giant fire.
It's from last time. It's fine.
No, that's fucking cool. I want to go set shit on
Oh.
fire. Do we throw things
No!
into the fire?
Well, I mean, you can ask them first, but as long as you don't set other things on fire.
Right. Puts away the arrows.
Well, right now
As
they're not
in
all on
burning
board
homes
with it,
and
so.
things.
Why would I do that? That's just
I
kind of
don't know.
counterproductive from where I'm sleeping.
Civilization
You've been
tires me.
around. Why is
Huh?
everyone so hesitant for the festival?
Yeah, what's going on here?
Last time, some creatures came. I think it was more part of. No, wait, there was a man. I think werewolves. The werewolves showed up in Kitus. There was
Whack.
there was
Whack.
a lot of
Okay.
there was a lot of damage.
I feel like
So,
for Splash, it would be one of those things that's like werewolves. You mean like the things in books, no
yeah.
fairy tales and folklore?
Dude, you guys
Like
are
can't
fucking tripping hard, huh? That shit's
No,
not
No.
real.
Lycanthropy
real.
is very common.
Sure, Gramps. We'll get you a chair.
You are talking to an individual who literally can shapeshift into other animals. And people who can shapeshift into other animals is confusing
Okay,
to
but
you?
you have like the weird sparks that come from your finger.
Yeah, it's
You're like a wizard,
druidism. No, druid.
forest wizard.
You city folk.
Whoa.
He's just tired.
Well, I
Yeah,
guess
You
just
think I
as
can
he's
make
leaving,
him
it's
quit
just
for
like
the day?
He's just
Yes.
trying to find Dane. He's not good with the morale boosting of large civilizations.
How quickly do you think I can get him to want to go to sleep again? And
Let's not do that.
Momo's been looking for one of the missing member. Keeping eyes out, been like, huh. Speaking of the other pain in the ass bird.
Hey, I can't disagree with you for now.
You woke up in a mood.
Uh,
Who woke up in a mood?
Splash.
Oh, I think it runs in the family.
damn.
Seem angrier
think
today
I
than
can like
normal.
angry. I'm not angry.
I was gonna say, don't seem angry. They just
Points
seem
an arrow.
what is that word? Sassy? Uh, something like that. Very witty today, kind of. But they seem to be having fun with everything, honestly.
Oh no, this has been an experience. It's been a wonderful day so far.
Uh huh.
I'm
Again,
learning
were you
so
part
much
of Team
more.
I?
To find Dane.
Because that really does feel like you're a part of every torture and investigation group they had for fun.
Oh, yeah. If I told you all my secrets, where would all the surprise be later on?
I don't like surprises, especially from you fucking birds.
She flaps
God.
her wings open too.
Ooh, that display.
Going to find Dane.
How many times do you think I can get him to sigh today?
V Vig
I
is
bet you I
sighing
can
from
beat a
Splash, but
record.
more. No, Vig. Most of Vig's things is the accumulation of everything.
I'm going for a
Also,
record.
Momo in just to Vig is like, so are we waiting for the other bird to tell them about?
I want to tell them all at once. It's
Okay,
more
that's
effective
fair.
that way.
Yeah, no, I get you. All right.
Um,
Hopefully they're
Yeah.
with Dane then. Although it seems everybody's been up
Hopefully.
longer than I am. So
Splash is following the entertainment.
Yeah,
God.
we still
The
gotta
party
find
bus.
Dane.
sadist.
Problem children abound. Yeah.
Y'all wanna? Yeah, I mean, he's not hard to find.
Yeah, no.
The difficulty really only ranges from the number of people who would be between you and him. Um, yeah, you come up to the tent to find a few of the gentlemen sitting in the tent while Dane stands outside or in kind of the doorway there, and addressing them about arranging times for sparring and as well. And you can tell these individuals, the men in the tent, are just exhausted. Um, while Dane is also like he kind of ends his like his list here of bombardment into like a but for the day, just enjoy the festival. And again, the guys all kind some of them like groan a little bit. While Dane turns and sees you all approaching, like, oh, everyone's still alive and accounted for, I'm assuming.
Well enough. How are you doing?
Well, and he'll like look down at himself. I am still here. By some grace of some god.
We tried.
I knew for a minute you didn't let me die back there in that dungeon that You're a good one. And he like grabs your shoulder.
Vegan's just like, we call it even. You saved me, I saved you. It's good.
He kind of like throws back a little bit of a laugh, which is again like uncommon for him. Just yeah, absolutely. We'd call that even.
Yeah. Where where is Albatross? Do you know?
Um, his whole demeanor changes rapidly. Uh, they didn't address you.
No, they didn't. I figured they're probably not the most pleased with Vig. The feeling's a bit mutual right now, but the fact that you know,
Ugh.
I,
Ugh. It's totally like them, though.
Why? Ugh.
Ugh.
Why? Always about them, never about
Just-
anyone else.
Hey, I tried to talk to you about your day.
Yay, that's valid.
You didn't want to talk about it.
we tried. Yeah,
Daniel
no.
kind of exasperatedly. They're trying their way to find some kind of help for the rest of us.
Uh,
He said they
Oh, they're
wouldn't be
really
gone
good at
long,
that.
but
no comments from
Wow.
the peanut gallery. You're just being an antagonist. It doesn't make any sense. It's just rude and not productive.
I have helped this group.
You
I'd
have,
like to point out.
you have,
Yeah, that's
but
one more point
saying
than Albatross.
disagree, but it's not a competition either. But even you can agree that just throwing in comments like "oh, typical such and such," blah 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 blah, it doesn't really brighten the mood. We understand the
Hey.
situation.
do
Really?
Trying. Veek is trying.
We're always one step forward and 7 steps backwards, aren't we?
Yeah, no, he's just looking at Dane and just goes, all right, so you're the last one to talk with Albatross, so
They
you
said they would be
trust we're
back.
going to stay safe?
I trust them. It just I don't know what it is that they're getting themselves into. I don't know that
I have
any of
been
us could
trying to
possibly
figure
have
that
any
out for a
idea.
long time.
I just know that they said they would be back in time. So they know that it's not a lot of time. I
Well,
just hope that whatever they're looking for, they find it.
it's progress of a kind, I suppose.
Is it?
He's just not even gonna look back.
Splash just
She's looking
nudging
at
Momo
Collins.
like, can you believe this guy?
You would think after the third or fourth time they would have gotten the clue.
And yet Vig tries to help still.
No.
That includes you. That is why Cetriana is also wanting to help you too. You deserve the help just as much as Albatross.
Sorry, that was fun.
Anyways,
Mind.
we do. Yeah, fuck, man. Damn. Yeah, he just looks at it and goes, all right, so not to interrupt the fall festival for you, but
Are you
you
gonna throw
and
shit into the fire?
I have no idea.
Not entirely.
Damn it.
You
Okay,
could ask
continue.
like
Sorry.
a bonfire organizer or something. Are there
I don't know.
bonfire
It's like,
organizers?
Yeah.
how do I
Sure,
get
there's
that job?
somebody around here organizing it.
anyways, judging by how you are talking, you have not the festival quite on your mind. So
Yeah,
we
no. I mean, I get it. These people, that's their tradition. I can't really take that away from them, and I
it, it would be
suppose they
good
deserve a
for.
day.
Yeah, I do agree with that. The ones that are primarily dealing with the it's unfortunately, I think, primarily up to us to ensure that they can still have a festival.
Right.
And apparently, we had a bit of an encounter.
And then
I don't know how
what
quickly
way?
word travels.
Is it something I should be concerned about?
We,
Shook up this General Drake person.
yeah, that, God, for crying out loud. Yes, we found General Drake.
Huh. And they're in one piece.
They're a bit burnt and injured, but they
Call that One
are
Piece.
here. They're still got all of their arms and legs.
Did they mention
Um,
their time with you know who?
No, but Vig does not have much of a choice. They had. Vig didn't want to stop them. Vig knows that they are being loyal to Kitus for its betterment. They went to go talk with someone that's, I suppose, in town. I guess they and Vig believes them. They would come back to talk with us.
What if they think better in Kitus is like deleting you guys? Sorry.
Then we killed Drake. The Vig has no qualms about killing the ones that want to hurt the innocents. But if they're trying to help the innocents in a non-hostile manner, Vig has no reason to not trust them.
I didn't know Drake very well, but I don't think that that's something that they would have wanted to do. Which, to
Drake
my
is
understanding,
a
the sacrifice of themselves for the city was, well, I mean, we were all well enough sacrificed, I suppose.
So
I mean,
they said they have a meeting with someone that they refused to tell us where. They did try to run though, and
I only knew
Vig
Drake as a
admits,
child.
yeah.
I mean, she was a child. I was not.
Right.
But Vig does admit he did make a bit of a quick decision, but when Vig went to go talk with Drake, they had their hood up and were being very suspicious, and Vig doesn't trust anyone who's suspicious when Moldor is so close. So Vig went to go talk with him, they tried to run, we grabbed them, figured out it was Drake. It caused a bit of a spectacle, but it seems festivals are still going on.
Well, that
So
explains all the weird activity that was going on earlier.
Vig does apologize for that, but Vig would not change the decision. If we hadn't grabbed Drake, I doubt Drake would want to come back to tell us.
No, we don't really know that. And we still don't know if they actually are going to stay on word. I don't have a reason to deny them, but given their actions just now and from what you've described, I understand our need for precautions. At this point, I don't know who we trust.
Yep. It leads me to the other thing. There is something that Vig needs to tell everyone. We had another encounter last night, but Vig wants to tell everyone at once.
Dane's immediately going to become a little more defensive and like pull you aside so that we're a little less near folks.
Oh, Vega's been transmitting to only the people he wants to talk to.
Yeah, I just mean like just so even body language doesn't trigger anyone. Kind of just pull you all over into the tower over here.
Hi guys, I'm also here because I like the hot girl goss.
Oh god. Go
So we
on.
still need to find Elar and Albatross. Because Vig wants to make sure that we are all in agreement.
I think that wherever Albatross is a little beyond us. Unless
That is
religiously
concerning on a
adept.
very... Absolutely not.
Yeah, me neither.
The Vig believes in nature, not gods. Vig knows gods exist. Don't get that misunderstood, but Vig does not care for them.
Oh, that's valid. Anyone else?
Isn't like
Vi-
that not
Vig,
worked out
in
well?
fact, in
Just-
fact, actually, Vig is gonna do something a little dumb, possibly. Vig is just gonna go, and Vig wants to fight the Raven Queen at some point. They're a problem. They have hurt our bird,
Oh.
and Vig does not like that.
Right.
I don't worship the same god as Albatross.
You will have to let me know how that goes.
Vig might die, but Vig might die at least trying to help someone who needs help.
Right.
Isn't it like death? You're
Yes.
gonna fight death.
Yes.
I thought you like.
Vig's not doing
in
it
your
like
old-
right now. Vig is
Okay,
going to
Oh.
take care of the Zentarim
so you want to like
first.
live forever?
Whoa.
Then.
No, Vig is
Momo's
going
hand
to.
is over his face. He's like, I've sided with this guy. This is the one I decided to follow. This
You
one.
goddamn right.
The three Zen members
because-
all in the party just looking at each other
Yep.
like, that's a horrible idea, right? You told him this was a horrible idea, right?
Momo's just like, I'm just learning this.
Just let it go.
No, you've known that Vig is trying to destroy the Zend.
Albatross has many a times
then-
told him, "You're
yes.
dreaming, Grandpa."
Oh, about fighting the Raven Queen.
Yeah.
All of it.
Momo was fine throwing his all at a bunch of mortals. Things that can die.
Listen, if Vig doesn't have to fight the Raven Queen, Vig is not going to. Vig needs to have a talk with them, though. They need to let go of Albatross. Then Vig doesn't care.
Have a talk with that. No, okay, sure. We can do that.
Albatross does it. Vig doesn't think he can't.
That's how that works. Fair enough.
Wouldn't you have to be like dying?
Vig has gotten close many times. We'll figure it out, one thing at a time. But Vig will
You
be doing
haven't
that.
talked to her yet. Okay. We're seeing.
Vig will
this is
figure
working
it out.
well.
Vig can
Gotcha.
talk shit. Might get him pissed enough at Vig to at least say, "Hey, fuck off," and then Vig has his
I don't know if they
opportunity.
put up with Albatross.
Anyways.
You're probably less of a thorn in someone's side.
Alright, so after Moldor, it's the Zentarim, and then after the Zentarim, it's figuring out how to get Albatross out of service to the Raven Queen. So,
That's
if
quite
that
the
means fighting
itinerary.
them, then Vig will have to fight them. But Vig doesn't want to have to fight them if they just let them go.
Sure.
Anyways.
Sure. Like anyone just
Well,
wants to walk
Albatross
into a situation
making-
like that, huh?
Albatross making, well, of course, Vig is trying to care for his entire friend group. Vig cares about everyone here.
Oh, yeah.
Vig
of
will go
course,
through
of course.
any length to ensure everybody can live happy
I believe
and not in fear of something chasing you.
right.
But this is something all of you know. It is just repeating the same thing. If Albatross is not going to be nearby, then Vig can tell them later, I suppose. But Vig has questions for Elar, especially. I have no idea where he is.
Or we could have like some fun and like maybe wait until they get back.
I heard there'll be more food.
I heard there's more food.
He needs to talk with Alar no matter what. So if you want to go enjoy the festivals, do it. If we need to take a day, do it. We, all of
You're
you
all kind of
deserve,
Debbie Downers,
all of you
TBH.
deserve a break as much as anyone else. So
All right, big biffy guy, you're coming with me. You're like the most depressing of everyone here, so let's go. She's gonna be shoving him.
Vig just shrugs.
I just picture an unmoving Setron while Splash's little feet are moving behind him and like their arms are outstretched, trying to
just scratch, scratch,
just
scratch,
behind
scratch.
the knees and just nothing.
Treadmilling.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's take you to your first fall festival.
Woo. Um. V, did you still have questions for Dane?
No, he's basically he's just looking at him and just going like, look, if you trust, if Albatross told you that they were coming back, Vig believes it. Vig just wish they would talk to us more about what they're trying to do.
The Kitus group has achieved a higher level of trust now. This is insane.
Vig is desperately trying.
Vig has reached new level of trust.
Yeah, no. Vig has been preaching this for so fucking long. He's like, I have to practice what I preach. I have to practice what I preach.
God, I don't trust any of these people.
I don't want to, but I have to. I have to do this by example.
I don't trust any of these people as far as I can throw them. Can't you throw both
It's
of
not
them
very
pretty
far.
fucking far?
I have a -1 to strength. I can't throw fucking people anywhere.
How much do you trust this person if you can only throw them backwards? You can't even lift them. Yes.
My poor bug bones would break so quickly. Yeah, he just goes, is there anything that you need Vig to do during today? Or do you want to come with me and we talk to Elar? Vig will not keep you if you have other business to attend to.
No, I mean, I can go with you to talk to Alar. This is, something important enough that you need all of us present.
It is, but bear in mind, it is more grim things. So if you don't want to deal with it today, it seems like we're not going back into the basement until at least tomorrow. So,
I mean, it's all right with me. If it's all right with you.
yeah, no, your company is always welcome.
Of course.
Anyways, he just starts Vig walking, so it's going to take 70 fucking hours to get to Alar.
Okay. With Cetrion and Splash heading out into the festival that is beginning, and Momo, Vig, and Dane here all going to their last known location of where Alar has been sleeping.
Near the goddamn gate again on the tower.
Splash and Cetrion, roll me perception checks.
I can't.
I am
don't
so
know access
sorry.
to the sheet.
Wow, that's
Um,
actually stuck between the 9 and 19, and it went with the fucking 9. You make
Do you
me
want to
sad.
roll with a plus 12?
Yeah.
For Splash.
Yes, I would love to. That sounds great. 27, baby.
As you guys are entering into the mass of people here milling about, Splash, you hear some kind of feud going on.
in the
There's
direction you're
people
heading.
fighting.
Whether or not that
Yeah.
means anything to Splash is, up to them.
He said, "Oh boy, people are fighting," and she's walking
Hell
towards that
yeah.
direction.
Shoves past
Oh.
more people.
I'm
Splash
pushing
literally the
people over.
person in the back room going, "World Star, fight, fight, fight!"
Hey,
Let me go see what this is about.
I'm gonna start taking bets. Wager the pool.
What you would see is like an older gentleman who quite possibly could have just been a farmer in his previous time here, and another gentleman who looks like he's giving dad. Doesn't you? It seems that you have missed the verbal confrontation between the two, and they're now like in full fighting combat.
Oh,
Fight,
hell yeah.
fight, fight. Bare knuckle brawl. Fight,
I feel like we
fight,
go against the
fight.
odds. We have vote for the old man, right? We bet for the old man.
The old
She
farmer
looks at
man.
Citron.
All right, you two,
Yeah.
break it up.
Oh,
Just gonna stand in the
Everybody's
middle.
so boring.
Just to hold both of them by their fucking shoulders.
Yeah,
Mr. Young, I have
we're
beats
trying the
bets on
nice
the old
option
dude.
first.
You don't understand this, man. We've got lives, and this is our tradition. And the dad kind of like angrily glares back, like traditions don't mean anything if we're all dead. Some of us have lives and families that we intend to keep alive. We don't want a repeat of our last harvest festival. Yeah, well, could have happened to anybody. Our town and city was going to shit even before all of this bullshit
Fuck.
nonsense with that satyr son of a bitch.
Yeah, fuck them.
Fight. Citron,
You
let
don't
them go.
understand.
Fight,
I've
fight.
got kids to protect now. I can't let anything happen to them. And I don't know if you remember, old man, but there were werewolves. He says in like a hushed tone, like everyone
Oh my
can't hear
God.
what he said. And
And
I don't know if you
also didn't
remember
experience
that,
the same fucking thing.
but they kind of brutally, savagely murdered a lot of people. And there's from the crowd that is amassed
Oh my
around them.
God.
No, not
Oh
the,
my god.
it
Not
was
the murder.
very
Not
visceral.
the murder.
Very, very. It's full of imagery.
Tell us how they
Unfortunately,
did it.
ripping people's heads off and maiming them in the streets,
Wow.
Just
Spooky.
disemboweling them as they went, senselessly.
try to enjoy the festival and the tradition for once. I mean, you gotta have something to look forward to. Sure, you're just surviving, but everyone gets tired of that after a while. You need a break. This is the one day of the year where, guess what? You're all getting a break. Something
Yeah,
arises.
this
I'm
is
gonna
the
break
time
its
of the year
neck.
that we all take pride in the things that we still have. Things that we created with our own two hands, something you probably haven't experienced in your life. And the dad just kind of just glares back like,
Damn.
I've
That was
brought
a good
life
one.
into this world. What have you done for it? Provided the food for your children. I don't know what the hell you think you're sitting on some kind of high horse, but there's nothing. We won't take any of that around here. I'm sure there's plenty of people here in this city that would agree with me that bringing up a sore subject like this, even at this time of year, isn't the best idea. And before we find out what happens with them, we are going to pan back over to Vig, Momo, and Dean approaching Alar.
We're gonna do some more dark shit. Just like, hey, by the way, I am in mortal danger.
Alar immediately closes his book. Huh?
Huh? What the fuck? No, but Vig is going to completely fucking possibly surprise Alar. Who knows?
Once Vig sees Alar, he's just gonna Skype call him. It's called. Have you ever heard of someone named Rek Tolkesh?
I'll roll a history check for him.
That's not his subject.
Probably not. But of all the people, God fucking damn it, Alar.
No, it's not really ringing any bells.
Well, Vig has a feeling. Anyways, can we come in, go up there? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's probably better we have a conversation up here. It's a little less congested. Going up all the stairs.
No.
Good night, goodbye, goodbye, good night.
Have a good sleep.
Love you
We
guys.
will
Bye.
inform you of all of the tellings.
All the time.
Assume Momo is stuck to Bugfather and assisting where he
Yeah.
Aye, aye, Captain.
can. Bye.
Bing. Yeah, Vika just going, alright, well. Okay, you're going to need to take a seat for this, I think.
Okay, and he'll just
So
happily sit
that-
back down.
You know that giant thing that was in the underground room?
Right, that hideous
Giant demon thing.
Right.
Yeah. Well, last night an elf
Hmm?
walked from the direction of the hole. The demon was nowhere to be found, and we talked with that elf, and judging by the sounds of it, that was the guy in the hole.
That's good. Well,
He said that he has no care about what is happening here, so Viga's not concerned that they're going to be an immediate problem, but if that is a demon, Viga does not know much about demons. But he called himself an observer. He just looks at things.
that's not typical demon behavior. They usually are more methodical. However, as stated, this is nothing to do with them, so I suppose that they would have
Did
no qualms.
he did give some insights though?
Oh,
That room, I don't. Vega doesn't understand how he hasn't felt it. There is an incredible amount of wild magic down there.
I was afraid of that.
According to Rek.
I had sensed a bit of it before, but it wasn't any more concerning than some of the places we've been led into. I mean, just our being back in this, whatever this place may be to you, there was already a massive amount of wild magic rampant just within these confines of this kingdom. But I was under the impression that you had known that, given
Vig knew about the wild magic, but not about it in the underground room.
again, didn't appear to be as alarming as its relation to what we had already known.
I don't know why he thought it was pertinent to actually tell us, so.
Interesting.
But
Maybe it's
there are a
beyond what I
couple
can
of-
sense.
I suppose the way that he was describing it, it was not a small amount.
Perhaps the amount of it in a confined space has amplified it. Even if it was as much as it takes up this entire kingdom's plane, having it all in one place would definitely blow it up. In a sense. Maybe not literally, but could
That
possibly.
might
Really?
explain the amount of wild magic occurrences that have been happening in town then.
Yes, that could also
Leaking, I
cause-
suppose.
Hmm, leaking or siphoning. I told you that that weird thin plane of which I live was beginning to alter.
Hmm. But that wasn't the only thing that Rex said.
Oh,
He spoke to me and essentially advised a large amount of caution due to my own nature.
because you're
Something about a
unsure.
vessel,
Oh,
and
that
the fact that I can shapeshift, I suppose, makes me, according to him at least, this is why Vig is talking with you and wants to talk to everyone about this. But apparently that makes Vig, I guess, a prime target?
I'm sorry for the intrusion if that's what this next question may be to you, but
Eh.
of druids, typically you form in organizations of some kind, of all of your kind, in one place.
Yes, our enclaves.
What happened to yours?
When I drank that tea that you gave us, very strange tea. Again, very strange.
I have more of it if you would like.
Maybe. Well, actually, Vig is debating it. It's like he gave me answers last time. Um, no, the Vig has a very, very strong thought that Modur was the one that corrupted my enclave. We. The reason why Vig is even here to begin with is the Vig's enclave. We are an enclave of shapeshifters. And yes, all druids are shapeshifters, but
Ah, yes, of
for
course.
us, it was who we were. For us, we are more closely entwined with the primal side of nature, where we are more comfortable in forms that are not, and he kind of just gestures to himself, forms that are not like this.
I see.
So we spend most of our time as other creatures. We preached about natural selection, victory goes to the strongest, survival of the fittest, leaning very much into that primal side. And because of that, finding a druid in an enclave that spends more hours of the day as, say, a tiger is not unusual. But what happened to Vic's enclave is it was corrupted. The ones that all of us, save for apparently Vig and one other, they were forced into strange, uncontrollable forms, being multiple different kinds of creatures at once, being feral, being unable to communicate, being unable to even willingly shapeshift anymore. It became a curse, a prison, as opposed to a choice, a freedom. Vig left the Enclave after that happened to figure out how to save them. And we had no leads until we drank that tea and being informed, at least via that hallucination or whatever that was, that vision or however you want to describe it, that Muldur might be the reason why Vig's enclave fell to begin with.
Well, I mean, it's at this point quite plausible by how he's managed to manipulate every other aspect of your plan so far. Mhm. If he's harnessing that amount of power or hiding it, and if our information about you being a vessel is true, mm, oh boy.
Well, Rek gave me another insight at the end before he left to go do whatever the hell he's planning on doing. He
What is
told me that I should have an anchor of my own.
Hmm.
To have an anchor, and as he said it, to have an anchor and a strong conviction.
He's certainly not wrong about that second part.
I told him I have the second thing. I don't know anything about the first.
To devise an anchor would mean more time of studying, more magical abilities that I don't possess on my own. I mean, this is a lot. I'm still fleshing out the details of our trap spell. It's a
If
lot
we
of
can
magical
figure out
power.
how if we can figure out how to anchor me, I might be able to serve as the trap. If I am some sort of strange vessel, no clue what exactly that means. Muldur seems to be walking around freely by himself. But if
What
I'm
if-
some sort of vessel, he
What
might
if we could
want.
re-engineer these pylons to be, as we are to understand, these pylons are his anchor to this plane of existence. What if we could re-engineer them to be yours? Now, of course, this would involve extra time and extra careful study because we don't want to go back and down into that hole if we're not prepared. I suppose I could fly down there and evaluate things from a reasonable distance.
I would prefer we try to go down there as a group of individuals just in case something happens. From what the Momo and I saw, those statues have been completely destroyed. So I don't know. I don't think they will come back. Maybe I don't know. But just in case something like that happens again, I don't want anyone to go down there alone.
Understandable, of course. As this pertains to you personally, I would actually suggest that you be a part of this.
If it means we can defeat Muldur, then I will do what is necessary.
What worries me is that if he is planning something in wakes of channeling your body for something, whether that be demonic or otherwise, I mean, I'm not taking that one out of the realm of possibility, considering what we have seen. It could be a lot worse than we anticipated. At this point, we don't know what he's wanting or willing to do. We know that he's capable of lots of things, but to what extent, we don't know. Clearly, if he is able to wipe out nearly an entire enclave, achieving some kind of experiment, there's nothing to stop him from trying to do it one more time. We cannot allow that to happen.
V kind of shudders at the thought that maybe his enclave wasn't the only one
Ugh.
that got hit.
We will need to investigate further, but I do believe that there's always a possibility. There's always a way. Finding it is just going to be a bit of a difficult situation.
When
Should any
you
other instances occur.
when you had your they explained like all the weird fucked up visions that Alar had, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So
When we were doing our little share circle of
yeah. Okay, so yeah. Then Vig will just go, in your visions when you were out in the forest, did you see this? This happening?
you being used as a vessel. No. There
Then
was
would
many
that
other
mean there is a
options.
possibility that we could kill him then? If this wasn't noticed,
Well,
Vig thinks maybe there is still a possibility to kill him.
it's actually a very good point because I did not see a possibility where we win. Beat him, however, as you stated, this is not one that I had seen before either. We could either be doing something incredibly right or incredibly wrong. Henceforth, even more caution should be aided.
Well, no time like the very soon. Maybe I don't know. Maybe today. I don't know. Everyone. How can I help?
As soon as we have everyone together, we will go back down there and we will search as a group, investigate. Unfortunately, the one I do not know is amongst us here. Albatross, I believe.
She is. They're doing something. Vig trusts them to do something. They promised they would come back to us.
Fortunately, they know more about the interaction with the pillars than any of us. But
Well, Vig is planning on talking with them as well. Vig wanted to tell everyone at once, but Albatross is doing something else, and Cetrion and Splash wanted to enjoy the festival.
yes,
So Vig wanted to get as many thoughts on this sooner than later.
understood. Well, as soon as we can gather everyone together and formulate a plan to head back down there, I will have more questions prepared. As for to now, till Albatross's arrival, we have no choice but to take this time to, in his case, study more about
I
reverse engineering magical power that is far exceeding than he's ever heard.
nerd.
Fortunately for him,
As
he doesn't have
Vig-
to sleep to do so.
Yeah, as Vig going nerd
He's the
as Vig
lo-fi
also
girl.
goes. If you need me, I need to be closer to nature. I have been in the civilization for too long. Vig needs to be in the fields.
I understand. To my vague understanding of how these people operate, this festival, it seems that they are celebrating the nature of abundance. And I suppose that would suit your demeanor, yes?
I have been trying my best to ensure that that's what fields they have still intact, they can get a much larger, harvest from it. So, but I need to reconnect again with nature. I've been on stone more days than I'd like.
Of course. Take your time.
I I need to touch grass.
We will reconvene. And should I have any information on Albatross's return before you do, it will be communicated.
All right. If you need anything from me, you know where to find me. And yeah, Vigo start heading out towards the fields to probably just do some more plant growth, I guess, maybe, or just do random druid bullshit.
Yeah, sure. Then we will pan once more over to Splash and Cetrion.
Fight!
Fight, 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 fight.
With Cetrion kind of holding their shoulders back from a little bit further than arm's length, their their argument is becoming a slightly even more heated. However,
Yeah.
in the instance that fists would be flying right now, they're not because Cetrion is not allowing it.
Fight! Oh.
Let him. Seems a good festival to me.
This has been approximately 2 hours since your meeting / not not arranged meeting of Drake previously. You would hear someone kind of standing. Wow. Okay, because they're short. Amongst the rest of the individuals, with their hood down, Drake stands there and shouts over everyone. This festival is supposed to mean something to us. And as the crowd silences, more gasps because, like,
Yeah, about to say
ew.
murmur.
But also, like, is she crazy or what? Like, us? Like, half of them are like, who the hell is this bitch? And the other half are like, yeah, she's looked better.
Damn.
And they all
Damn.
kind of acknowledge her for a moment as she
Safe.
speaks. This festival is meant to be more than how we've treated it in the past. Cetrion, and she'll gesture to you, reminded me of that. We are to treat this time before we don't know how much we have left. We used to use these festivals to celebrate the things that we have now. The grumpy old man just kind of like, see, I fucking told you. People appreciate that shit around here. And, like, someone in the like crowd is like, "Cannon, old man."
Hey, shut the fuck up. Oh.
We're listening.
Sure. Maybe we don't need to celebrate the way that we once have with lavish gifts and prizes of garbage that we don't need. That's because we don't have it anymore. Shut the fuck up, man.
God, Jesus Christ. Shut up, Bill. No.
Magical walkie-talkies and acorns that can summon things that we're not really sure what are or can be possible.
Fucking summoned a demon.
No.
It was like, hey, by the way, shit's more fucked.
No, she doesn't say that. But you know, it's not meant to celebrate the things that we can afford. It's to celebrate the things that we have. Things that have kept us alive for thousands of years. Before any of us were even here. Our ancestors who were here first. Before we even had any kind of monarchy to separate us. From people who are living in the streets here. To those living in lavish homes not very far away. Across the street. Everyone in this city, in this kingdom, we pride ourselves on one very important aspect, and that is the acceptance of everyone. We got rid of Unify Day when we found out it was fake. Yeah, well, listen up. Is that not what some of us still believe, if not all of us? It hasn't really done us any good. But you know what? I don't know. I mean, you ain't gonna say no love thy neighbor situation, but it will sound to the effect of, let's go back to a time where we helped each other, where we did what was right, because we don't know what this Moldor can do, but we've seen what he already has done. And she'll kind of just throw her arms up at the gesture of the rubble that is this city. But we're all still here, and we're all still fighting. We're alive, we're healthy, and we can fight. So I suggest, as I understand it's no longer my place to say anything, that we take this day and we celebrate what we have, our lives, our friendships, our wealthiness amongst our families that are remaining. And we will defeat Moldor. And it's kind of like everyone in the crowd is cheering to an effect. I mean, even the grumpy old shit, the dad and Stetron's left arm here is just kind of like arms crossed, like, well, yeah, and he's like, yeah, your fucking kids are still alive. Well, I don't know what the hell you gotta say about that, huh? At least you have kids. Mine were
Damn.
brutally savaged in that motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn.
I'm just kidding. He doesn't say that. But he does say, you know, like, you said you got kids. Like, you know, be happy they're still here. We don't know what tomorrow comes. We don't know if it even ends tomorrow. So, at least spend this day with me. I'll get you a drink. And the dad just kind of like, still arms crossed, still kind of scowling, but shrugs his shoulders and like looks at Cetrion like, you want a drink?
Sure, might as
I
well.
would love a drink.
Who's the bird? No, I'm just kidding.
Drake, would you be
Hi,
interested in joining us
I'm
for a
with the
drink?
big guy.
Yeah, I think I'd like that.
Gives us time to catch up a little bit. It's been what?
Don't say it out loud. It's been quite a few
Say
years,
it.
though.
Say it.
Apparently, it's been like a gazillion years.
Oh,
Damn.
Hi,
Listen,
Splash. Nice to
Splash.
meet you.
They
Drake.
told me not to kill you. I wanted to.
It seems
They
like
told
she's
me
not to
about to
kill
say
you.
General Drake, but then she catches herself and says, you can call me Gloriana.
She grows on you as time goes on.
Does she?
Being still keeping
I was
Crota
talking
reduced
about
in
you,
rank in his
Splash.
head.
I was talking about you, Splash.
It feels like Drake is
Careful.
still a little skeptical on that one, but kind of nods.
All right, where
I'm
do
like
you?
their favorite
Where's the drinks at around
bird
here?
in this
Oh my
group.
god. Jesus Christ.
A couple people after all the jeering and the rallying of setting up the bonfire, preparing to light, and walks, you know, like a whole crowd of individuals, each with their individual different crops, all helpfully grown by Vig. Vig, I feel like at this point you just admiration
you
as
smoke
people from
coke
the
in the
fields
corner.
enter back into the kingdom. It's a little more cheerful. Little bundles in their arms, and Vig's just like,
And Vig just
you're
out
welcome.
there in the fields again.
You're welcome.
if he's not even going, you're welcome. He's just like, good. I'm glad it's being used.
It'd be a really bad time if the guinea pig turned into a werepig.
Vig probably at one point, if he's sitting like in an unharvested field, will probably accidentally spook somebody. So they harvest it, they just see a bug in there. Hey, what's up?
Dear God.
Fuck! Holy shit! That's the biggest
Jump
matches
scared.
I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good stuff going on. Before we end the session, tossing back a few drinks here amongst Cetron, Splash, and Drake. She'll say to you, mostly Cetron, Splash, you just happen to be there. They're not hiding anything from you, but I guess it's time we talk to Vig and bring the whole crew back together. That's where we're gonna end the session. What does
You
it
just
mean?
chilling.
Wow, this costume was fun.
Ew, don't say it like that.
This flesh
You say
suit.
that one time was like, ooh, yeah, let me just change skins real quick.
Skins, yeah. I said let me change skins. Yeah. I was
Change
changing
this
skins.
flesh suit real quick.
Just shed this suit real quick.
Well, it was in regards to Berlioz drawing a different form for him.
Is that Sanic?
Sanic.
I am it.
Morgan's costume.
Thank you for coming to my
Head talk.
splash takeover.
I will say I was vastly, I was fucking super entertained when I realized when you were talking about your three character portrait. I'm like, oh yeah, really did get fucking Mike Wazowski, huh? Just Albatross fully off. Like,
Instead of Splash just chilling in the corner, she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna just take a spot here in this bed
It's fine. It's fine.
and just wake up. Where the fuck you? Where the fuck? When the fuck? Who the fuck? Why?
What is happening? Oh, don't worry.
Why
about
is the other bird being nice? Why is the other bird trying to cuddle?
it. Ew, no,
what is
never.
going on?
I don't know what bird you're talking
Nice.
about.
Meanwhile, Splash just over here. I definitely did that. You can go ahead and tell
Never gonna
everyone.
say
They'll
that
never
one out
believe you.
loud.
They'll never believe you.
Albatross says. Albatross did take care of Splash many times. The only one not surprised.
Splash just over here. Tell them they'll never believe you.
Good luck. Yay.
Oh yeah, she was totally clingy.
More cliffhangers. What does it all mean?
I don't know, but I will admit, did not expect to be told, hey, by the way, hey, Bugman, you're in grave
Congratulations.
danger. Oh.
How does it feel like to be the victim now? Waffles.
Ha! Victim. Vig will fight it head on.
Rolls on that one on their fucking con save.
That's why I got luck points.
Unless
Yeah, I'm
you
a little
use all
worried
of
about
them
my
prior.
saves for tomorrow. I
why I
had a lot of good
also-
ones.
If I recall correctly, have once per existence, resist necrotic for 10 minutes plus resist for life drain.
I love that once per existence.
I was told once ever. I was like, all right, yeah, once per existence.
I mean, at least you got that going for you, right?
Yeah.
But who knows? Is that what's going to
knows?
happen? We don't know.
Start using Guardian of Nature now
Stop that!
Using
Stop
it again.
touching me! No!
to get advantage on my con saves.
I'm gonna have to go bed. Dog is pestering me for bed,
Fair.
staring at me judgmentally. Like, why ain't you fucking in bed yet, motherfucker?
That's how my cat is. She's like, hey, fucker, bedtime now.
So, good night, everybody.
I'm not.
Good night.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Good
Good night.
night.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Good
Good night,
night.
goodbye, good night, good night, good night, goodbye, good night.